Lincoln, what are you
Hello.
doing? What are you doing? Standing watch, sir. Lincoln, you're blind. Right.
Thank you for noticing.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Alex,
Sir?
that's why I do it at night, so people can't see me.
Ah, yes, the intern.
You've arrived. Very good. So,
Welcome.
on the promo show or the commercial or the teaser trailer for the show, we had Victor on the phone with the new intern going over that week's escapades. Remember, this isn't the trailer. This is the teaser trailer. So it's short.
So it's the trailer for the trailer?
Yeah, it's a trailer for the trailer. So we've, okay, so I explained the rules of the Alex mechanics, which I've officially named the Alex mechanics, to both Charlie and Mariah. And the way it goes, Alex, you've got skills of 2. That's as high as they go. But thanks to Charlie's spending all this time, effort, energy, and fate points on crafting stuff, you get an additional +2 because you have state-of-the-art 2021 Ghostbusting gear, not 1983 Ghostbusting gear.
If you're going to be a franchise, I'm not going to train you in the shit you're not going to use.
So, here it is. You got shoveled 3 low-level jobs. If you successfully win these 3 level jobs, these 2 winners get a fate point each to start off with, 1 per job. However, no perks for the HQ, but they also get no liabilities if you botch it up. However, you may get a tongue lashing from your supervisor and a lackluster report. Alright, here we go. So, Alex will be on the phone, giving you a phone call, giving you an update with the Ghostbusting event that happened at the Oshawa Pet Center, an adopted kitty marathon.
Aw. Poor kittens.
Okay, and it was a great success. No kittens, animals, or adoptees were injured. Only that one guy protesting for PETA. Aside from that, you by showing up, you caused 3 additional kittens to be adopted and 1 Doberman Retriever, which nets both of you 1 additional fate point for the start of the game.
Hooray!
Get your fate point down if you don't offer down. The next one was the Whitby Psych Ward Haunting Asylum.
Sounds creepy.
It was, but it was a friendly ghost, more or less.
Friendly, why the heck were they paying us?
Because it was the ghost of a former doctor from way back when. We thought the best cure for everybody would be electroshock therapy. So, as helpful as they were trying to be by electrocuting people randomly, not so much.
Not
They had good intentions, but you know when people get stuck in their ways. Another success. You were able to get in there. No, nobody was injured, and believe it or not, the ghost went compliantly and willingly after they realized the error of the ways, and you shot them in the back. So well done. You both get an additional fate point.
I have the feeling this mechanic might be a little OP.
I have a feeling he's implementing it for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm terrified about that feeling too,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's why I'm taking it.
I'm just saying, it's
The third one was at a fundraiser for the Conservative Party at the Pancake Eat-a-thon to raise money for the next provincial election.
hello. Panky?
Pancake.
Okay.
Oh, that did not go well. Oh, accidents happened. Kitchens were ignited. Pandemonium and maple syrup everywhere. And unfortunately, the Conservative Party's fundraiser was an absolute flop. Impartial to a proton pack hitting a gas main and igniting the supply of maple syrup, honey, butter, jam, and condiments. No extra fate point, guys.
But it was a success, though. The Conservative Party's thing was...
No, they got no money out of that. That was a total bomb.
Yeah,
Exactly,
so
that's a success.
Yeah, okay, yes, that. But you don't get a fate point off of that.
Okay.
Alright, so, So you
I
did.
may have spoken too soon about the penis.
So 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
And how did the pets go? Pet center went, oh, good. Yes, I do have a cat.
Kind of. You have an ex-cat?
He leaves a little bit of a mess, but I figured something out with the collar and the snare, so I kind of cleared that up a bit. No, he's dead. No, not like that. No, it's a free-roaming apparition. I just feel so we could not slime the floor when he walks around. Oh, okay, what about the psych ward? I was super excited about the psych ward.
I assume they can hear
right?
us. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, you just showed him a 2021 psych textbook, and then you shot him when he was reading it. I mean, yeah, what works, right? That works. Now, this next one, honestly, I was iffy about giving it to you, and it's nothing to do with you. Honestly, it was just I didn't want to affiliate the Ghostbusters with the Conservative Party of Canada. So, what happened? I mean.
Oh no.
Oh no. That is terrible. I'm not docking you for that. Don't worry about it. I've done a good job. Well done. You're well on your way to getting your own franchise. Now, the thing you're gonna need to do is put out some feelers for some trustworthy individuals. You're giving them particle accelerators to put on their back. So this is a big thing. I have to have words with Frederico for giving it to a complete stranger without actually consulting me on this first, but it's working out, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, welcome aboard, and yeah, keep up the good work. And I'll see you on the weekend when you come in here for actual training. Okay. All right. Okay, you take it.
All right.
Frederico.
Yes! Eric's got me in a headlock. I'm trying to get here. By the way, your decaf is ready.
Eric.
The new arms are working very well. Thank you, Victor.
I can see that. You're quite welcome. Why are you using them to decapitate my secretary?
This is called an Indian rubber. It is most effective.
Eric, do you need a timeout?
Very
Do,
well, sir.
do you also need a primer on acceptable,
Meanwhile, the
politically
teacup
correct
and the
political
cooking book
correctness?
are forming the Ghostbusters Rules of Conduct Handbook for future employees. Okay. Moving on. So, last game, you endured Paz's family's barbecue and successfully got through with the help of Agnes, your ghost detecting skills, and ability to coach Derek and his would-be vampire-ish fiance. You successfully survived an interdimensional gateway in a sex store which led to carnivorous dildos and a man-eating and woman-eating, person-eating, sentient, prehensile, animating sex wing with moderate-ish damage to the facility, but Becky got to take Fridays off while they rebuilt it, so she was pretty happy about that. This is why you pay your employees a living wage.
Mm-hmm.
Moving along from that, your mothers have requested your attendance for an Agnes Gala later on this week. Frederico's latest one-person production of...
It's a one-person production now. What happened to the rest of his team?
Artistic differences.
Oh dear.
And it's also an American Psycho meets Broadway, and he made it a musical. Just gonna let that go. And because it's 80s theme, Casio is involved. On top of that, current jobs coming up. Well, I'll let you find out on that. Last job you got on the file from last game, you have Brian the babysitter show up. A teenager who's being plagued by kid's imaginary friend. He thinks he's not sure.
Still have this. That's
So-
class.
So, game starts. And right before you enter the building, actually no, as you enter the building, Frederico's there. You can smell the percolating coffee coming off Eric. Eric is.
I'll be honest, I just kind of imagined it dripping completely off of him. Like, what happened?
Yeah, Eric is there, and he is standing with his arms crossed, standing up, just trying to look, nondescript with his mechanical legs, upper body, titanium arms, and just, adopting a very Butler, Alfred Pennywise style pose, which is a little bit difficult, because he's about 6'1.5".
Yeah. I also have a question. Like, is this so he's got limbs, like, so it's humanoid, but is it even attempting to look humanoid, or does he look very much like a robot?
It is a robot. I was working on a chassis. I also had not put him in the chassis, so I'm genuinely curious as to how that happened. Eric?
Yes, sir. Should I come to you, or do you come to me like?
Well, I'm already kind of
traditional. Is this? I'm still used to clump. The feet are a little getting used to, but check this out. And he does kind of like a soft shoe routine. Been watching the classics to study. Cary Grant seems to have.
Yeah.
And
good.
swing to Charleston.
Yeah.
There we go. Been watching a little LMFAO Running Man. There.
Okay,
And wait for it. Been practicing this all morning with Federico's help. The shuffle.
So who put you in the body?
It's like I cannot tell a lie. And Federico did it.
Frederico.
Mm-hmm.
Did you put Eric in his new body?
I did.
Why?
Because he said if I didn't do it, he would share my search history with everybody.
Hey everyone!
Hey!
Hey, Baz. So, a couple things. One, the server, I control it.
Mm-hmm.
I know your search history. It's a thing.
I swear that the Cats movie fan site, that was an accident. I didn't know what I was subscribing to. That was not on me.
Second, work at work.
Mm-hmm.
When you are not at work, you can search whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Third, in order to place Eric in the chassis, we would have had to have gone into my lab, grabbed a trap, brought it out, put him in the trap, and then put the trap in the chassis. And then open the trap while it was in the chassis.
Yeah.
As it was.
Yeah, I read the manual.
Yeah. Do you remember the first step to that particular thing of how to get him in the...
You opened the trap?
No.
No.
You have no...
Oh, right. Oh, you're still on about that. Right.
Do you like your job?
Yes.
Stop. Go.
Very well. Okay.
Eric, there is a reason you are shuffling around as much as you are, because I wasn't. Finish the legs! You don't have articulated feet yet.
This would explain the stroke I thought I was having earlier.
So I should get my cookies out of the lab, eh?
That's when you see the cat kind of coming through, like around the corner, and it's like, and like 3 chocolate chip cookies come out covered in goo.
All yours.
And that's when, boss, 2 things. First of all, we had another job come through last night, but it was super late. It's at the Filbert Hotel in Uptown. Filbert, the expensive one.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I know it.
Yeah, they filmed it for Breakfast at Tiffany's. It was in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, they specifically wanted to know if you could be discreet, timely, and they had a little bit. They've had a little bit of a, well, the festivities have gone amok. Is that like code for something?
It's uptown. Shit hit the fan.
Oh, okay.
They threw a party and
Okay, got it. And I booked him for your 9 o'clock, and there's been a little bit of press going on. It's like, it's just better if I show you. Clicks on the TV, and it's like somewhere in Oshawa, there's like conservative pancake fundraiser amok, and you can see like members of the political party screaming. There's fire in the background. Flapjacks are burning everywhere. Like they made this like wooden icon of their new conservative mascot, like the Canadian maple syrup bottle. It's on fire and slowly falling down towards where the canvas buildings are. The flyers are igniting. It's complete pandemonium here. I am Will Lesman, and letting you know that what appeared to be a dastardly Casperish ghost led to a firefight with a trainee and a power pack. The carnage, the destruction. I've toured Nam, Afghanistan, the wars in Iraq, even Scarborough, and the things I am seeing here are beyond terrible. And you can actually
Scarborough.
see smoke billowing out. Candidates are fighting off of each other. The guy dressed in the conservative bear costume, that's on fire, rolling around on the ground.
Do they have a bear mascot? I don't think they did.
I don't. I honestly wouldn't put it past anybody.
Segueing over. And then you've got like Wildcat Carson, and he's there in like the American like the American flag style blazer with a bright red tie, and he's like, "Let me tell you a few things since I've become a presidential candidate. We need to make this country greater than it ever was before. And the thing I'll tell you about these Ghostbusters, well, they were young and bootstrapping and scrappy entrepreneurs. Unlike these lazy people we had coming to our country and stealing our jobs, they too, like most communists, have gotten lazy and destructive." You see, the problem is, when you get too big for your britches, you forget where you come from and the people who helped make you who you are today. And let me tell you, and he kind of goes on about this on this tangent for a bit, when reaching commentary,
Are we considering this good or bad press?
spokesperson for the Ghostbusters local and only franchise in the greater Manhattan area had this to say in his just in a PR person, and she's there. Well, is as much as we would love to answer the concerns of being outright capitalist and communist, I'm not sure we can actually do both simultaneously. So I think Mr. Wildcat Carson, the presidential candidate, has to understand which side of the fence he's on, so to speak. And in relation to this horrible, terrible fiasco, we can't prove that our Ghostbuster trainees proton pack actually caused the event because, well, from our understanding, there was actually no one there who was a licensed cook. The pandemonium just happened to be there, and the ghost, well, I'm sure that was just something on the periphery. Coincidence, at the very least. I mean, at the end of it, who is the real victim? The children who wanted pancakes. I think that's what we need to focus on. And Federico's like, I am so confused. Is this good for the business or bad for the business?
As long as Jacinda can keep spinning it and spinning it away from our doorstep for now, it's fine.
And why is he saying he's a presidential candidate?
Because he announced himself as a presidential candidate.
He's made a bunch of deals. Like, trust me, that's not gonna last. He's made a bunch of deals with a bunch of different demons for his soul. They are not happy. So it's gonna be fun when that comes out. Well, fun.
Got it.
Which we're gonna
Oh, speaking of it, your 9 o'clock is here. Tall gentleman comes through the door. Very nice suit.
Mr.
Biggles. And he's got like white hair and a very tight ponytail.
Mr. Biggles, right?
Yes.
Hi.
Ah, you must be Victor. I've been told wonderful things about you by your esteemed colleague.
He's just fishing for a raise. Thank you very much. Do you want a coffee?
I am tagging along.
Please, just a simple double latte, extra foam with a splash of almond milk and fucking cinnamon.
Eric?
Victor, I've served you a lot of decaf in my life. I've asked you for nothing in return. May I please punch you in the head just once?
No.
Very well. I will make your drink, sir. He's doing this.
Do we have Moroccan cinnamon?
I don't ask.
Makes the latte, you know, hands it to you like the mechanical arm does.
Eric, stop moving.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Oh, and this must be your other secretary.
No.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
This is my partner, Paz.
Oh, I see, my mistake. It's so good to see your kind stepping
So, how can we help?
Well, as you know, I represent a certain establishment.
Yes.
We pride ourselves on being excellent service, discreet, reasonable for those members of society that require top-notch service, don't wish to be exposed to, shall we say, lower class elements. We do our best to please. Well, last night, a party began on the 40th floor, and it has subsequently continued despite our best protests. We have sent several members of the hotel there to deal with it, and they have not yet returned. And we were asking your assistance to possibly go in and just deal with the partygoers.
Okay, to be 100% clear, this is not a party. This is a content, correct?
Yes. We believe their partygoers are from the 1920s worth.
Okay, so they're
Ascertain.
flappers.
What's the address again?
419 at Wellland Street.
Just type it in.
Yeah.
Do a cross-reference of anything with the 48th floor.
48th floor. For starters, the building only goes up to 47 floors. It used to be 50 floors originally, but you know, ours happens, but that was kind of one of the 50s kind of thing. On top of that, too, long illustrious history, dating back to the 1920s. It was a stopover for bootlegging. 1960s and 70s, various gangs ran it, and then the mob came in and took over for a while. And then after that, it became a creative arts alcove, doing like salon membership style things. And then they went out of money in the 80s, where it was bought up by a drug tycoon who was assassinated in there. And then it's changed hands half a dozen times. And then in the early 2000s, it was bought up by a corporation who established an upscale hotel / penthouse city complex.
The 48th floor.
Mm-hmm.
So the roof.
What should be the roof? Yes.
Okay, so what should be the roof? What does it look like now?
So the elevator goes to the 48th floor now?
It does now. It did not as of last week.
This is amazing.
Start scribbling notes.
Okay, so the elevator now goes to the 48th
Oh,
floor.
yeah.
Does it all go all the way to the 50th floor, or does it stop at the 48th?
Well, we've never gone past.
Fair enough. What does the 48th floor now look like?
It is a den of iniquity, pandemonium, and licentious behavior.
So like every other floor?
So everything that you is great. Okay. Well, there's going to be an initial assessment, and then
Oh, I see.
and then afterwards we will definitely get a hold of you. This does sound like something that's right.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Is this reassessment per se.
The assessment in and of itself is based entirely on the price point. Is that the right?
Okay, so the consultation is originally is $50, and it's sliding scale. So if you are below a certain income, then it drops. So for a corporation like this, it would be a full price.
So this is a full. It is a full price. It's Frederico.
Yeah, boss.
Give Mr. Biggles here the paperwork, the consultation, the contract, so on and so forth.
Do we want the paperwork or the paperwork? We flash back to a conversation we had. Was like, okay, when people are assholes, I'll ask for the paperwork. But when they're actually good prospects, I'll ask you for the paperwork. Do you understand the difference? No. Back now.
I'm gonna ask Mr. Bickles some more questions. Why don't you? All right. So, did you notice when exactly did the party start?
Well, it started at 12 p.m. last night.
12 p.m. So midnight.
The floors started appearing very slowly, but we just ignored them and told people it was under construction, and they were very gracious enough to leave it alone. And then we started getting complaints about noise in the party, and we went in to inspect, and sure enough, there was a party. And some security up there, and they haven't been seen since. And several cleaning teams went up to that floor and haven't been seen since.
Okay, so security and cleaning teams have gone missing.
Yes.
How big were those teams?
Security team had 5 people in it, and the cleaning teams had 6 people each.
Okay, so 5 people in the security team, and how many? 6 people each. How many teams?
2.
2 teams. Okay, so a total of 17 people have gone missing.
Yes. Well, a little bit more than that.
A little bit more than that.
We've been noticing that some of our guests have been, well,
Joining in.
disappearing.
Disappearing. Okay.
But they haven't been leaving the hotel because they haven't checked out.
Did anyone fallen off the building?
No, not at all. Do you think that's a possibility?
Depends on the ghosts.
It really depends on the level of illusion. If they want to extend the illusion outside the parameters of the physical realm.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah. So, do you have an estimate on how many guests have disappeared?
Ballpark it. I don't know. 45, 50.
45 to 50 guests have gone missing.
Yes.
Okay. Over the course of, if I'm understanding this correctly, about 36 hours?
This is correct.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, so Frederico's like, okay, boss, I did what you told me to. I printed off the stuff for the triple kit, and the ones you told me to fast track, I filled out this quick little form and this multiple choice with 5 questions.
Yeah, no, dude, this guy is a racist, bigoted, misogynistic fuckwit. He's getting the giant.
How can you tell by knowing people so quickly?
He referred to Paz as your kind.
You're so good at picking this stuff. Oh man, if I could pick up your social cues like this, I'd be like a phenomenal
Do not
actor.
study my social cues.
Right. Right.
No,
No, I won't. No.
I mean it.
No, I mean it. I won't study.
Your future in this particular business actually depends on you not doing that.
Got it.
I mean it.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
He's gonna do it.
Penelope.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Victor, how are you?
Hi. So
I noticed you've been having your decaf again.
yes, I have.
Have you been stressing out, sweetheart?
So listen,
You've been
Frederick-
stressing out. You've been looking lovely. You've lost weight.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
Now, Frederico is taking social cues from me. Get him to stop. That is a bad idea. I don't have social cues at all.
Okay. You want me to groom?
If he wants to learn from learn how to talk to people, he should be watching Pats, not me.
I will do my best for the boy. So the little teacup kind of shuffles out over. And you can
Grab the giant. Get to the door, turn around. This is the one where they get taxed appropriately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mr. Biggles' eyes just kind of go like they do the wide thing as they go down with that.
Here we go.
We are also going to need the extra paperwork because multiple people have gone missing.
How many people?
Potentially upwards of 50.
Well, we had one or two notable names, and that's why I came here as soon as they.
How long?
36 hours. Roughly. Well, I suppose a little less than that.
Did you phone the police at all?
Oh, of course. We can have the Johnny Gumshoe get involved. My goodness, what would people think?
Neat. Okay. Just go get the other stuff.
So did you notice anything in particular about the night things started? Was there anything other than the gradual increase in partying?
Well, it's a normal night. We had Mr. Ludwig check in. He does it every month.
Sorry, who? Mr. Ludwig?
Yes, he's one of our oldest residents, established regulars. Nothing exceptional. Oh, we did have a little bit of a. There was a private party in the atrium. They had a kickoff celebration. I believe one of the members was announcing a presidential candidacy.
Wildcat Carson?
I believe, yes, Mr. Carson.
When was that kickoff?
It was the night before last, if memory serves.
No, I mean, like, do you remember what time it started and ended?
It would have ended right around.
Ended at midnight. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember when it started?
Around 7 p.m.
Okay, so 7 p.m. Alright, and just out of pure curiosity, was Mr. Carlson there for the whole event?
No, I believe he made a short appearance. He seemed to be rather preoccupied. Something about there was a meeting he didn't want to miss.
That would make sense, yes.
And I think he was only there for about 20 minutes or so. After that, the party concluded shortly, and then we started having these. Why are you asking these questions? Is there?
There's a reason.
Oh,
So other than just he's a public figure, sometimes, you know,
oh, I see.
things follow them.
I see.
Now, my understanding, you said there was nothing else odd. The party started gradually. How gradually?
The party started. You mean the party on the top floor?
Yes.
We got our first call at 12:01, and then several more at 12:15. And by 1 o'clock, we've had 64 complaints.
So what you're saying is the complaints did not immediately rack up.
No.
But you don't actually know that the operation slowly appeared.
No.
Okay. Complaints started slowly. Okay. Can you tell me anything more about the operation? Did they seem to be doing anything? Or are they just having a party?
They're drinking and they're carousing and making a ruckus, and they've tapped into our private sweat of liqueurs
So
and
they-
the hooliganism going on.
Hold on a second. So they've tapped into your liquors. They're drinking physical drinks.
Well, I would assume so.
Okay, tapped into hotel stash.
Where are you right now?
I had gone to get some
Okay, so you're there with Frederick Go. You hit the little ding 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 of the bell, and you see Garrick coming in.
Hey,
Hey, is Paz around?
Dizzy, what's up?
Got a problem?
What's up?
Okay. You know how my
Yeah.
fiance is.
Yeah.
Vampire-ish.
Ish.
Yeah. Is this the place private we can talk? Can we talk in your office or somewhere?
The office is taken right now. Yeah.
His family.
That's your problem. He met yours.
Yeah, but it's a little bit different.
How?
He's
Yeah,
lunch.
well, his family's kind of like, hoity-toity-ish, being from vampire-ish and all, and he kind of said things like, come from a refined family and well bred and articulate
Uh-huh.
and money
Uh-huh. So
and
you're marrying good then.
the thing is, you've met my family.
Yeah.
What part of that seems accurate to you?
You're not marrying them, you're marrying him.
I know, but he told them that my family was a little bit better off
They are.
than they are right now.
So he lied.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a him problem.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to meet them tomorrow night. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to talk to him. He's freaking out. I'm freaking out, and I don't want to go from vampire-ish to vampire-glish. And I was thinking, since you and my sister both know how to deal with, weird things like this, that, you could come with us?
Not a chance in hell.
Just,
We're busy.
just a little chance?
We are busy.
Just wait in the car.
No.
And he's...
Not a chance. No. This is not a... We're not a daycare center for you and your relationship issues.
And that's when you're talking to Mr. Biggles, and he's like, I understand, yes, very progressive, very thorough, of course, paperwork, I get. Spaz! Paz!
Dude, working. I will have someone physically remove you from this building.
I volunteer. Would you like another decaf? Arm extent.
You can either stop yelling or the robot can see you out. And I don't know how strong he is.
Sorry, excuse me, just 1 second, Mr. Pickles.
Mhm.
Sticking my head out the door. What is it? Is it an emergency?
No,
Yes!
it's not.
It is!
No, it's not.
It is!
He lied.
Sit down, shut up.
He sits, he's quiet, doesn't make any movement. I can still hit him if you would like, Victor.
It's on the table.
Crack, 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 crack.
Going
Nice
back into
boy.
the office.
Look at her. Do that. I worked really hard on your knuckles.
Sorry, Victor. Very well. I will have these filled out in prompt time, and we'll have the appropriate funds for to as quickly as possible. But you do promise to be discreet.
We will be as discreet as possible. Unfortunately,
Of course.
sometimes the ghosts do make this impossible.
Of course.
Now, I do have one more question for you. You said you think it was they were from the 1920s. Can you tell me what gave you that impression?
Their dress, they're playing that dreadful music, and they keep talking about wash bathtub gin, and the dancing, and the flooziness, and the hooliganism, and
Okay, so how probable do you think it was a theme party imitating the 1920s? Is that possible, or not so likely, do you think, based on the conversations you're hearing?
that's how everyone is skeletal. I can see through their clothing. I don't think it's a theme party.
Well, you never know. Sometimes it's repeating a specific event.
Fantastic. Okay, so get that paperwork done.
Skeletal, that was important.
So you get that
What
paperwork.
was it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it is. So yeah, definitely get that paperwork done and to us right away so we can hop on this as soon as possible.
Okay. So he starts like making multiple trips in and out of the paperwork to fill it in and out. Eventually, he will get it done.
Was there in and out, like, from his car?
I was going to take it to the car and drive it to the office and fill it out there, and then drive it back.
It's a lot of paperwork.
Yep.
We might want to consider speeding this one up anyways, just because of the number
Yeah.
of missing people.
Oh yeah, no. While he's doing that, I'm going to be doing some research on the building schematics. I'm glad that from what it sounds like, it is a full-on, like a full haunting, and this is amazing. Like a restorative psychokinetic event. They're actually taking, building it, putting it back together.
You're better not doing that in front of the clients.
People, John, I already gave you fake points.
Sorry? Yeah.
So, but the fact that it's a physical thing and no one's fallen off the edge of the building, that means it is considerably more powerful.
Okay.
No,
is there a possibility they're falling off and somehow getting poofed before they hit the ground?
48 floors.
No? Okay. I don't think.
If it was malicious, then maybe, but it doesn't sound malicious. It sounds like a restore. It sounds like a recurring event. So, but yeah, like if they're making a physical manifestation, like an actual rebuilding of the walls using nothing more than psychokinetic energy.
Yeah. Hello?
Oh, hey, just a heads up. There's a protester out front. What do you want me to do with that? It wasn't covered in the handbook. Yeah,
Let me go talk to him.
they're protesting us. Or specifically you. I'm not sure.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I will deal with them. You do the research. I will go outside and
Out there is a protester. He is a heavy-set guy, American flag shorts, with a baseball cap on backwards, in his Crocs, wearing his neon socks, with a big sign. It's down with a communism, make American greater. Wildcat says you gotta go. He's got like the one sign on his, the one little flag on his hat. He's got one in each hand right beside the bill, the cooler, and
Tell me he's wearing a Ghostbusters t-shirt and he thinks the no, like the Ghost, it means no to Ghostbusters.
Well, he's got his own. It's got the no symbol, but it's got like the hammer and sickle on the side of it.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
and he's got his little microphone hooked up to his amp, like the guys on Jackson Square. It's like, there is no okay in communism. Wildcat says you gotta go. You anti-Americans. And he's going, ghosts have rights too. And
I'm hoping to unplug his amp and then try and talk to him.
Rico's like, do you want me to turn the hose on him? Do we have a hose? I've been using it for the plants.
You can always phone Mrs. Abernathy and see if he wants any cupcakes.
Valid. Okay, so you're gonna go out to them?
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Hi. I can assure you we are not a
He's got the megaphone.
commune.
He's like, you're one of those anti-capitalist, communist, socialists that Wildcat Carson warned us about. You're out there eroding the Christian moral values of honest white middle class folk by hunting their ghosts from China.
I can definitely assure you that it's not anti-capitalist. We take money for this. Speaking of which, this is private property, so if you're going to protest, you have to do it.
This is American property. It belongs to America. You can't make me move. I have rights. I have rights. You see the kid on the bike go by, throw a newspaper, keeps on. Like nobody is paying attention to him.
Yes, you do. And if you want to protest, you have to do so on the public property, which is right over there. I point to the street.
And that's when you see, as you look to the street, make a notice roll.
Come on, dice, stop hiding on me. That is not dice. I may roll shit. Hold on a second. See how bad. So it was only a 2.
It was a 2. You see Mrs. Weatherby there. Oh, good morning, Paz. How are you?
Miss Weatherby!
I see you have a fascist.
We do! I think he'd like cupcakes.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we're only doing pies today. Would you like me to get George to deal with him for you? What's the problem? There's a fascist on the neighbor's lawn. All them nice kids with the packs and the ghosting. Yes. Oh, how are they doing? Oh, well, how are you doing, Paz?
I'm just doing pretty well. Now,
She says they're doing pretty well. Oh, good for him. he's interrupting my stories.
Well, as much as I would like your help, I can't condone anything physical because that would not be legal and that wouldn't be okay.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So I'm gonna go in. So I'm gonna go inside now.
Very well. No,
Talk to you later.
no, George. She says she absolutely does not need any help right now with the fascists. It wouldn't be prudent. Ah, all right, honey. I'll get the rifle. So he's like, don't you walk away from me. I have rights. I have freedom of speech. And you're kind of walking off. Literally, as you close the door and you hear the bell tingle as you come back in, you hear a rifle go off at a distance.
Well, I'm glad we made friends with our neighbors.
Mr. Beagles is just looking holding paper.
Oh, good, you got it back.
Ah,
There's a fascist, and our neighbors fought in World War II.
I believe these are for you. And he kind of looks at her and then turns to Frederico and hands it to him.
Good job. Okay, so we're just doing some more.
It was quick.
So we're just doing another few minutes of research, and then we should be able to. Now, do you have a if you could just give us the directions to your service entrance, that way we can be as discreet as possible.
Oh, of course. And he totally gives you the passcode, and he gives you a couple of key fobs.
All right.
All right. And
By the way, what was happening on with the Brian's case?
The house.
Yeah.
It definitely does sound like there was
anti-Americans today.
I mean,
Yeah.
so it does based on the history of the house, because I talked to the well, not the previous owners, but apparently they booked quickly and took the first offer.
Yeah, not fishy.
So I wanted to get for Frederica. Did you ever get a hold of the realtors?
Yeah. Barbara and Susan Chan.
Great.
Double real estate. No trouble or your money back. That's their slogan.
Neat.
Nice
So,
people. They're reputable.
cool. Did they get back to you on the history of that property?
Yeah, actually, a lot of turnovers. Weird thing is, no history of murders or anything like that. Famous, first owner of the house was a famous children's author back in the Victorian period. Not the Victorian period, but,
Ye olde times?
Ye olde times. Let's see, hang on. Grandson of Dr. Lucy Susie, and he did it was at the same time as Beatrix Potter came out. Did a whole bunch of really weird children's story, but they took off for a short period of time, and took the money, moved here, bought the house, and lived quietly ever since until he passed away.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
What I was actually asking is, are we doing anything with it?
we will be. I talked to the mother,
Mhm.
and she okayed it. I just told her that we would be doing some preliminary stuff on our end.
So
Nothing
no rush
invasive.
right now.
Yeah, but I've also told her to leave. They left the key inside.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, if we're supposed to be doing something like that, this is probably a higher priority. We need to call them.
No, they no. I can ask her to leave for the cottage. So that we can have the house door sent.
Okay, sounds good. Also, nice save with the partner thing back there. Cover.
The what?
Call me your partner.
Oh yeah.
High five! Team Ghostbusters. So you guys, Jeeves is working on the thing, and he's spray painting the side of it, so it's looking more Ghostbuster-ish with the white, the graphic logo. It's almost ready, sir.
Nice.
Would you require a driver for your newest adventure?
We will.
Well, I as much as I hate to interrupt the painting, I really hate it. we need to go like ASAP. So
Ah, I see. Well, be ready in just a few moments. And kind of pulls up, does that big cinematic 80s pull off, and you can see like the logo across it. It's got the ecto colors. It's looking like green. He even has like the spinners on the hubcaps, so they actually go with the racing stripes on the side. Like added a touch of class.
Is that what that was?
I mean, it's cool.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Well, I figured that way when you use the nitro, people can be warned.
Sorry, the what now, guys?
Oh, I saw that your performance vehicle was underperforming and weak a little, as my grandma would say. So I took the liberty of adding a little bit of nitro to the vehicle in order to make those turns a little bit faster.
Nitro didn't exist. But
Would you like me to take it out, sir?
no. I mean, technically it's illegal.
Oh, no. So you misunderstand. It's only illegal if you're caught with it.
Just get in the car.
I'm gonna need you to check it out, but we need to use the car now.
Yes, sir.
We currently have people trying to shut us down.
Yes, sir.
It needs to be taken out.
Absolutely, sir.
It's not taken seriously.
We do, sir. Very well, sir. I know what'll make you better. He pulls out a little thing of like junior mints. Who's been a good CEO?
Not a child, jeez.
There we go.
Hey, could have been a lollipop.
That would have eaten it. It's,
I know. I'm just saying it would have been even worse.
All right. So you guys piling? Is Jeeves driving, or are you guys doing it?
we're literally hiring him to drive.
All right, Mr. Sinclair. Where are you going to first?
I'm going to the hotel. That's missing like 50 people.
Also, you said you were doing research into it. Do we have to do a research roll on that?
For the hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was not assisting on this one.
How are you,
I'm gonna reroll that.
how are you doing the research? Is it computer or the books in your library? I should need to know. Because
I mean, if we did have,
you've got all the online resource, you've got the on-site resources. You can use your.
yes, I
If you
will.
use
Use
that,
the library because we can train
Yeah.
you online stuff
I
on the
don't.
go.
So you got 2 dots in it. Do you not?
Yes, we do.
So you got a +2 to your roll.
And I already have the bonus.
So you didn't need to re-roll after all.
No, I did. Because I rolled -3, so hang on a
Oh,
minute.
that wasn't bad.
3. 9?
9. So you're flipping through and you're like, what are the odds of something? And then you realize something. As you flip through one page, you kind of look at the picture of the building, and then you kind of look at this ancient Mesopotamian temple. Then they're strikingly similar.
Shit!
It's actually to the demon Agaroth.
Why you had it?
Agaroth is a demon of lies, deceptions, and unfettered indulgence.
I mean,
People were known to sacrifice bridesmaids, virgin children, all in the name of eternal life, hedonism, and unfettered power. Most of the sacrificing was done by men.
Yeah, no, it's I was gonna make a comment about the use of the words virgin and children together, but I realized further you go back.
Yeah, it gets.
It's
the
dicey.
squick here. Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm guessing like while you're just kind of it's like while you're kind of like chatting with your brother and Jesus finishing off the paint job, and I'm like flipping through books from the other room. You're like, God, friggin' stupid, fuck human demon.
Agaroth is like the darker version of Bacchus. He draws his power from the parties and the hedonism, and the wilder they get, the more dangerous they become.
Casually open the door to the library, close the door behind me. It's an even temple.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay. In the 20s, there was a small group of rich white folk that, much like the Hellfire Club over across the pond, liked to dabble. One of them made a bunch of buildings conduits. Because why not? This douchebag made it a temple to a demon of excess. He's literally just feeding on the brain and feeding on the party. He's like evil Bacchus.
Well, it fits.
It does.
Especially with the history that I got from quick Google of the building in general. Like, I mean, it's gone through so many mob shit.
Well, yeah. New York.
Okay, yeah, but I mean even before New York.
So you guys are in the car now? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Rolling for Chiefs' driveway. Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way, I told my brother to basically suck it up and get his fiance to break the news before he shows up.
Yeah.
Roll for rapport on that. Four. So, while you were doing that, Eric was standing behind you, glaring at him as only an animatronic coffee machine.
Doesn't even have a face. It's just a plate.
It just.
Which makes it creepier.
And the thing is, it's like, we need to have a talk. And Eric would be steam vent. You know, what he did was wrong, but you need to be responsible. Leans forward, more steam. So while you're like being the nice sister, Eric is being muscle behind you, and brother's like being unusually receptive and attentive at this point. It's like, good talk.
I need to
But it is critical that your fiance brings this up and sorts it out before you get there, because they feed on human blood, and I don't want that to go sideways.
It's like, well, it's not so much a feeding as it's a sipping and then listen to your sister. Or else. Chai tea.
Thank you.
So he kind of settles down. While you guys are reliving that and your nitro-infused CRV, he is tearing up the streets of this place. Like, you come to a red light, and you see Donahan is like, you know, for some reason, like, just like looking at you, and then he sees Jeeves.
Jeeves, don't you dare!
And the eyebrow
Don't you
goes
dare!
up.
No.
And then just a little camera shot where he's like,
He's a cop. This is a trap. Don't do it.
Chief? No. That's a no. That is a hard no.
and that's when Donovan looks it over him and he's like,
Nope, that is a trap. That is actually a trap. I don't care if it's just testosterone right now. If he loses this,
so
you're going to jail.
so
We're all going
he
to
is
jail.
insulting your honor.
You know,
Don't
he's not.
care.
He's really not. Do you know why? Because it's not 1953.
He's right, as you were, so as you were, I completely understand. And he's like, and so Jeeves just kind of like, he releases, hits the Ghostbuster siren for a split second. Donahan looks at him. Cop one. Jeeves. Oh,
Stop picking a fight with the cop.
up, down, up, down, up, down. Light turns green, and Jeeves doesn't hit the metro, but he does pull over in front of Donahan and starts doing the speed limit on a Manhattan street. Very well, sir. I will abide by your decision. Oh, it says 50 kilometers per hour. Moves over. You see Donahan, it's like, what the fuck? He puts the signal on to turn. He's like, oh, I believe that is the passing lane. Shall we pass the next vehicle, sir? Goes over.
Has you're 3, right?
Sorry, what?
The number. You're number 3? Because I'm 4, which means Jeeves must be fucking 5! What is wrong with you?
Forgive me, sir, but Johnny Fuzz does not do great things for me.
Okay, first of all, Donahan has been through a lot, and he's helped us out. He's helped us out through a bunch of shit. He gets a pass.
I see.
Actually, is there a way we could say, like, might be good to talk to him?
Oh,
Because
fair.
we want to discreetly deal with this problem.
Oh, very well. He puts the four-way flashers. Comes to a all the traffic is backing up.
No, keep going. I can phone him.
Oh, very well. Donahue gets out of his car, is approaching us. You wish, sir.
No,
He
no,
starts-
God
God damn it, jeez, you're doing this on purpose.
So he slows down again. Donahue comes up. You got a fucking problem?
I don't know.
What is
man.
going on?
I don't fuck.
Like a friendly rabbit, that's okay, but this, I should
Yeah,
be
no.
charging your asses right now.
Yes, he could, Jeeves. Anyway, so we're on our way to a thing.
Like a ghost thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Alright.
you're gonna want to hear about this one.
It's at the Filbert Hotel. Apparently, there's about 50 people or so have gone missing.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We didn't hear nothing about people going missing.
I know, and it's been about 36 hours since this all started. So
When you say missing, what do you mean? Missing or just missing?
I'm hoping that they're just on the ghost floor that
I'm an officer! You were saying?
I'm just I'm hoping that the
The whole
48th floor remanifested, and apparently there's a 1920s 1920s party happening again. Anyone who went up to try and stop it has not come back down.
as well as above.
Like when 1920s, are you talking like early ragtime 1920s,
We're talking-
or are you taking
Like
later
full-
big band 1920s?
Like full on flapper.
All we got was 1920 skeletal.
You know I do swing dancing, right? Can I come check it out?
That sounds like you're gonna be great bait. I don't know if you want to be bait.
Want to be bait for this?
No, I just want to make sure it's legit because it's my job. If people go missing, I gotta know. Also,
You are super bored right now, are you?
it's been a slow down.
Alright, just follow us.
So,
Yeah. So they've been specifically requested you be discreet, which I mean
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
want to scare the guests,
just
but they need to.
just do me a fucking favor here. Just don't drive 50 all the way there. It'll be Tuesday before we show up.
So are we getting permission to
I'll
use the
fu-
Manhattan General
Or
speed
hey,
limit?
why don't you pull in front of us, and we will go as fast as you're going, because this is an emergency.
He nods, kind of looks over at Jeeves. Jeeves looks at him, looks down his glasses.
Jeeves.
So, holds out.
Okay, Jeeves is played by Bill Nighy, and I can't see anyone else doing it. It's amazing.
Played by who?
Bill Nighy. Oh God.
Because I heard Bill Nye and then kind of stopped
That
there.
also would be awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
but no, he's a really great British actor. He played Victor in Underworld like that.
Okay.
That guy, fantastic actor.
So,
Hilarious.
screenshot. Donahue has got the You've got the Ghostbuster sirens going, and the floodlights which are mounted to the roof.
Okay, so we're about two blocks away from here. So can we cut the sirens now?
Yes, ma'am. Click, click.
And I'll just phone down a hand. Like, yeah, kill the sirens. We're about 2 blocks away.
All right, so all the sirens, and then you guys are going in stealth mode. And front doors there. Mr. Beagles is there waiting for you.
Yeah, going through the front.
Oh.
The service.
You went through the service door. Mr. Beagles is there waiting for you.
So yeah, just get in there.
Okay, he's like, I'm so glad you're here. You finally made it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Oh, you're welcome. Yes. Oh, okay.
Well, of course, as per the paperwork with
Absolutely,
Ghost Obsession with
absolutely.
missing persons.
Absolutely. And he both hands you a fob. This will get you access through all the floors.
And do you have one for our officer?
Oh, yes. Actually, one hands him off to Donahue. And as you guys are going up to the service elevator, he's leading you up to that. And he opens these big chain doors. They slide all the way open.
Are we on the 50s floor now?
No, not yet.
Okay,
you guys
so
are just mounting in at the bottom.
So he's got an old school elevator.
Yeah.
Okay, just that's what I was checking. Is like whether it was.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. He's like, well, good luck. Let us know. No, actually, he's like, do you mind if I come along?
Do you want to come along?
No, I'm going to take you that way.
Then don't.
It's like, very well. And he just kind of takes a step back.
Also, because this is pretty high priority. I'm kind of worried about doing an assessment and coming back from it. Did you
Just
clear straight up ghost, like getting rid of the ghost immediately? Did you go over that?
Yeah, it's in the it's in the
It's in
secondary
his
part of the
stuff? Okay.
contract. Just just to cover my bases, if you are the demon, I will drop kick you through the doorway.
To what?
I just needed to say it out loud.
Okay. Take a step back where it closes, and the elevator does that. Goom,
Let's face
goom,
it.
goom, 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 and you're slowly going up there. And Donahan's just kind of chilling with you.
How many buttons are on the elevator? Any?
It
50?
goes straight to 50, but here's the thing: once you kind of hit 47, the buttons after that look different. They look more old-timey, like brass, tin, this kind of thing. And you're getting spectral manifestation off the yang. And about the
Can we stop at the last
I'll
last
I'll
non-spectral
stop at
floor?
like 46.
hang on for a second. 32nd floor, service elevator starts to slow down, stops, and the gates open on their own. And then you hear the squeaking of a wheel as one of those little a la cartes, like dining room bar carts, kind of slowly navigates itself into the service elevator with you. And it's got all the booze and everything that. And it slowly closes again.
Turning on the goggles.
There's, you guys are seeing this, the clothes, it's big white shirt, baggy pants, kind of newspaper boy style cap from the 20s, and you see just like a ghostly kind of like decaying skeleton kind of leaning on the cart like this, looking like it's bored, and he kind of looks up at you, First time, hell of a shindig they got up there. Yeah, running low on the old fuel juice, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Gotta get this from some top hats downstairs.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, sir.
Always the case.
You guys newly dead, you look pretty good. You know, still got the skin and everything. Yeah, it gets easier the more you go on. I mean, it's like very smelled Acto on you. And you're all welcome. Just don't get carried away too much, you know.
Yeah, I heard some rumors from some of the party goers that the living had shown up.
Yeah,
What happened? How'd that happen?
well, a bunch of fuddy duddies showed up. Wanted a party. They're up there still.
Oh,
That's good.
so you're just letting them in.
Yeah,
I mean, more the merrier, right?
yeah. Well, we got a lot to celebrate, you know.
Yeah, like what?
Oh, well, First World War is over. That's something to celebrate.
Yeah.
Stock market is on the rise. Everybody's making money hand over fist. That's something to celebrate.
Yep.
Queen just had her diamond jubilee. God bless her. You know, that's something to celebrate. America's doing pretty good right now. We're making money hand over fist. Even John Q. Public isn't doing too bad. Got a new fit. I never had 2 coins to rub together in my life, and I got myself a new refrigerator.
Wow.
Nice.
Right?
Very well done.
Best place to be, right here.
Yep.
And then you guys start hearing ragtime music and, you know, stuff, and the horns kind of going up. And you're smelling like...
The drone is gonna work.
Make a notice.
I don't think we need it.
6.
Or 5.
Okay, so you're smelling like thick Cuban cigars, that thick heavy tobacco and like gin coming from the top floor. Service elevator comes to an abrupt halt. It opens up and the music is just deafening. You've got like a ghostly spectral big band playing on stage, and the dance floor is just jumping. You've got skeletons dressed up like malls and flappers and guys in their suits. They're just cutting a rug and like they're all bony. Like you can see through them. And you see a couple of living people who look absolutely terrified. But they're also dancing and drinking, and they've got this wide-eyed look of please fuck help me. But it's like, I like you both. Name's Chester. I'll see you around. Look who's bringing more gold juice. He pours it in, and you know, a couple of malls come over to him, and another guy slaps him on the back, and they're like, "Oh, Chester, you're sorry." and they start like cheering him on, and the party kicks off again. And you see a couple leaning in the hall. He's like, and they're just kind of like, doing that thing like they're about to make out, and they look at the two of you coming over, and one of them kind of like tips her hat at you, and
Detective Dunham, were you able to hear the ghost when we were talking with him?
The what? No, I.
Okay, so you were asking about the era, and that's good to know. Stock market was rising, World War One is over, and the Diamond Jubilee just happened.
Oh wow!
Early 20s.
Early 20s.
Stock market crash didn't happen until 29.
Yeah, Prohibition was just kicking off, not even yet.
That makes sense. Probably this big. Okay.
Can't see anything.
Oh no, I can see them.
Okay. So
It's like, and he's like, you can see his hands kind of twitching on his gun.
This is good. No, the only people you're gonna hurt are gonna be the innocents.
yeah, that literally the only people here are. That's gonna be useless.
And that's when this.
Gee, wait, what are those canisters of positive shit?
You mean
The positive. I hand Donovan a can of positive ectoplasm.
Is this like a grenade or something?
kind of.
Kind of. If you get roped into the weird forced dancing thing that seems to be happening, love it.
That's when you hear a voice. It's this fairly stout gentleman comes across in a skeleton nice suit. It's more like a sports jacket, not like a stuffy suit. And he's got wingtip shoes on, and he's just looking at you, darling. Where have you been? And you see the skull just kind of turns and looks directly at you. I have been waiting here for nearly an hour, and all my friends are dying to meet you. Dying, I say. Oh, boys, she's here. And he kind of grabs you by the hand and starts pulling you off towards them.
You might have me mixed up with someone else.
Oh, please, there's no time to be coy. Boys, this is Janice. And you see these skeletons all standing over with martinis, holding cigars, and like he's pulling her there. And
Yeah, I'll go on with it for now.
Just remember, worst case scenario, drop a trap.
Yeah.
does Paz know them?
No. What would they?
I don't know what you do. It's like, boys, this is Janice, the light of my life. I've been telling you all about her. We met in Monaco. Tell them, Janice. Janice is just a card. Real live pistol, I'll tell you.
My name's Paz.
Ah.
I do not know who you are. I've never been to Monaco.
They're all chuckling. It's like,
A female with an opinion of her own.
sense of humor. Well, to be honest, she's white. She's the smartest one you found yet. If I met you, I'd say we never met either. I like her. Wild card. Oh yes. And one of the pours you drink left pulls up like what appears to be a modern day martini glass. But the thing is, pours the gin, but the olive is actually like a human eye floating on a stick. And the gin looks like it still looks like it was from the 1920s. Like they opened a bottle from the 1920s.
Vinegar.
And it's there, and it's like kind of distilled.
Well, pickled eye makes sense.
And he kind of hands you, oh, Janice, you're wild card. You put up with the shenanigans of this hooligan for far too long. Cheers to Janice, somebody with a spine. You're in trouble, Reginald.
All right.
So where is the center of this party?
And they're all like, well, you must be here now.
Okay, flattery aside.
Oh, flattery. So, so you will report. What are you doing at this point?
I'm going to start looking around for the door.
Okay.
I am
So
going
make
to take a
note roll.
reroll on that. And this is social, so yeah, I have it.
3, 4, 5.
5.
I also got 5 on my report roll.
All right. So you're looking for a door, and you come across a skeletal flapper. She's roughly your height, and she's got a drink, and she's got a cigarette, and she's walking hurriedly towards you, not around you, but towards you, and she's hey, doll, you kidding somebody?
Yes. Why?
She's not the jealous type, is she?
No. Why?
Just go along with it. And that's when another skeleton rounds the corner, and he's like, oh, and this is my friend. We've been friends for a long time. I told you, Bruno, it's over. I don't want to see you no more. I've got a guy. Isn't that right?
Bruno, maybe you should just walk away, yeah?
Roll rapport on this one.
Or deceit?
I don't know, kind of like my rapport is a lot better, and by a lot better I mean
It exists.
1. So 1.
Holy shit. He's like, oh, he looks at you, looks at her, looks at you, takes a big puff of the cigar. Like, you know, fine, I made mistakes. Not everyone's meant to win. But I tell you, buddy, you're in for a world of trouble. She'll break your heart and then stomp all over it and treat you like yesterday's newspaper. You know what? Fine. Fine. If this is the way it's gotta be, this is the way it's gotta be. If anybody needs me, I'll be at the bar. Not that you care. You never did, Lois. You never did. And he just kind of goes off. It's like, oh, that Bruno. I gotta tell you, so needy, so clingy all the time. Trying to throw his weight and prove he's a big man. Sometimes he just wants someone to listen. Am I right?
Sure.
You're cute. I like you. We're friends now. Come along, friend. And
No.
she kind of puts her arm around you.
Yeah, now I'm looking for a door.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Like, what kind of door?
probably fairly big, got some writing on it.
Yeah, but no private bedrooms for any of that hanky-panky, am I right?
No, I'm just looking for the door. So
I know just the place. Come with me.
figure out. You don't have lips, it sounds weird.
Okay, so where are you?
I'm basically trying to get the ghost to tell me where the door is, because that's what I expect to be the
Okay.
center of the party.
So
like the party.
they're
And I got a 5.
they think they know where the center of the party is.
Yeah.
There's a private Rova, the bigwigs guy, to do bigwig stuff. And they've got like the best booze and the best cigar and caviar, they're pretty sure. And they hear people like in there all the time. And you realize that they've never actually been in this room, but they're just kind of building it up. You know, like it's like, what's that? That's the VIP room, and it's filled with VIPs, and they've got the best of everything. And as the stories are going, they're just elaborating on it.
Well, you know what? Why don't you take me to that door and let me see if I can schmooze our way in?
They're like, this one's got moxie, and they're like, you know, they start like, you know, kind of taking a few steps back. It's like, well, honey, the party's right here, and it's like, oh, don't, Chester, don't be such a sissy. Yeah, she can schmooze. Like, she already schmoozed away. It's like, oh, it's not appropriate for her. And there's a little guy over there. He's like, you want to go to the VIP room? And the ghost kind of looks up. It's like, yeah, I can get you there. I can get you there.
How can you know?
Yeah, away from these bozos.
Yeah, I don't mind if they come with.
And they're kind of like getting kind of like awkward, like they know they're gonna be fighting above their weight class. And they're like, "What are you doing here, Runt? Yeah, this is a private conversation."
Hey, don't be rude.
It's like, yep, this one's gonna be trouble. She's a Spitfire.
Why don't I go talk to some people?
And then they start murmuring around themselves. And so he kind of looks up at you. Check all those candles.
I'm just really hoping the door to the VIP room is also the door to, you know, actual ghost world, and I can just go through the door.
So, he's like, hey, I think I can get you that. You seem nice. You seem nice. Can you do me a favor?
What's the favor?
Can you just pretend we're together until you get to the VIP room, just so people don't see here I'm alone by myself. You know, I think I got invited here by accident. I'm not supposed to be here, but it's feeling awkward. Nobody's talking to me.
I can be your next on the ticket.
Hey, that's not a ticket. I got a ticket. I'm gonna punch that ticket. Not punch. I'm just telling people that. And so you guys start walking kind of arm in arm, and he starts kind of doing like the strut, and a couple of the scouts are kind of, who's that? I don't know, but he's got a live one there. Oh yeah, and he's like, is that Lewis? Shoot him over his weight class. He's like, respect.
Sure that's what this is for sure.
So he's kind of weaving you in way. And she's like, I know just the perfect place. And there's a gigantic set of mahogany doors there with wax seals on either side and intricate gold molding depicting various demons and serpents writhing with each other, and your PKE meter can only get so erect.
Found it.
She's like, yeah, is this big enough for you, buddy?
Yep. That's what I'm looking for. Dick bag that.
So you walk by and you see like there's a couple of living humans at the bar looking at you go by, and like the skeletons are like plying them with drinks and they obviously don't want to drink. You see another guy who's obviously very wealthy and heavy set.
Oh, by the way, I'm still holding martini. I do not want any other drinks offered to me.
Okay.
So I'm just holding on to it and not drinking.
Okay, there's another guy. He's being used as a piñata. Fortunately, everyone's blindfolded and it's a little bit out of reach. So the thing is, he's not actually getting hit with the sticks, but they keep pulling on the ghostly chain, so he's going up, down, up, down.
Is this person alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Lewis leads you to it's just a normal sized door. Ornate writing on it. Gold seals, nice molding, skulls in each corner kind of coming down. It's got like strange symbol on the front of the door.
That's some fancy door.
It's like, yeah, you said you wanted to get into the VIP party. Most people think you gotta go to the front, service entrance to the back.
Oh, see, I kind of wanted to get in proper, like, not pretending to be the servant.
I mean, you could try through the front door. It's just around the corner.
Around the corner?
Yeah.
Stick my head around the corner.
And you see Victor there kind of looking at it. Music is carrying on. The dancing is getting louder. And this is when you notice that as the night is kind of progressing, you notice that the clothes are starting to rot a little bit more. The bones are starting to decompose a little bit more. They're becoming a little bit more raucous and debauchery. You're hearing a few cries and a few screams from the human guests. Before mostly it was being startled and scared. This time it's starting to get kind of distressing.
Okay. So thank you so much for your help, and good luck filling that ticket.
It's like, yeah, I'll be here for a little bit if you need anything.
Cool, thank you.
It's
I'm gonna try my luck with the front door.
Nice meeting you.
Likewise.
A couple goes by. Hey, ladies, bug off, Lewis.
So apparently I found a side entrance.
Huh.
Neat. This definitely looks like the door, though.
There's a side entrance.
Escorts use the side entrances like that door, but smaller and more human size.
Less symbols, and I'll just.
The sound of
It's getting worse. We need to deal with this.
He's like, oh, I got it.
So apparently this is the VIP room. So we might be able to convince at least some of them just wander on through if we opened it.
Okay. What's your intent in knocking on the door?
Figuring out if this is a side entrance to the other realm, or if this is the actual entrance to the room.
A little slot opens up. You see two little tiny eyes on that passway.
I do not know who started Prohibition. I do not like. I'm just gonna say that guy's name. It sucks. Because I don't.
No, we haven't had Prohibition yet.
Door. The ice slot slams shut.
Doors opening one way or the other.
Hold on. Knock.
Opens up. Passway.
Oh, come on. Basically, I'm trying to charm my way in.
Okay, go for rapport.
6.
6. Dame, okay. You got a password or not got a password? I need the password. I can't tell you what the password is.
Can you give me a hint?
I can't give you a hint. Absolutely.
A hint that you can't give
I
me.
absolutely cannot tell you the look behind you. I cannot say anything like
You can't tell me it'll. Okay.
that. Okay.
So I just.
Mounted on the wall, there's a pair of caribou heads, and on either side of them is the lion's head. But in between them is the head of he looks like he's like a banker, and he's got like an apple in his mouth. He doesn't look dead. He looks like a living, and he's doing the.
Go over. The apple in his mouth.
Oh my god! I've been here for hours.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard to breathe without thinking. You gotta get me out of here. You gotta get me out of here.
Out of curiosity, do you know the password?
Yeah, they keep coming up here. They keep saying cabbage all the time.
Cabbage!
Clink, clink, shink, 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 shink,
Alright, thanks, buddy.
clink, clink, clink,
I'm gonna say.
We'll put this back in.
clink.
Come back.
Like, oh, you gotta let me out of here. God, they're crazy.
Yes, I know.
They're lunatics. Oh.
Thank you.
Shane's open up.
Stick my head in before I will go through the doors.
And there's like these chandeliers, crystal, thick wax candles. There's a guy in the corner, skeleton, playing the piano. Another guy with a bass going at it. There's a singer up there, and she's crooning. She's skeletal, but she's beautiful, heavy voice. And sitting on this chair in this like modern day blue suit with a white tie and black diamond shirt. His face is covered in skin, which is kind of flowing, like wax melting.
Gross.
And as it doesn't have any eyes, but he's got 6 horns kind of growing out of the wax, and a mouth that's just barbed teeth that takes over the entire thing. And he has a lineup of people in front of this big vat of what you think is cheese. You're not sure.
Cheese?
Cheese. Look, 3. And there's a little guy, with a large, what you would assume would be a fondue fork, but it's like about 8 feet long. And surrounding them are various ghosts and skeletons who are kind of dancing and swaying and cutting around. And then one guy's up there. And he's like, Mr. It's like, pull the mouth pulse back. Mr. Gibraltar, I gave you 4 mansions, many grandchildren, and a fortune. You did this on the premise of a single promise, and I collect the promise. And the guy's there standing in his underwear. He's a living guy. He's like, well, I thought I had more time. You said when it would come due. Today is the day. You know what to do. I don't want to into the cheese. My fondueling. And pointing him with a fork.
I think that's.
Alright.
So he's literally walking the plank. Oh, thank God! The Ghostbusters, you're here to save me!
Oh, no, dude, if you made a deal with the devil, you gotta pay up.
What? And that's when the fork kind of jabs him from behind, and he falls into the fondue. And you see the brie cheese kind of flowing around him. And he's like, I'm lactose intolerant, and it's bubbling. I'm back! And they're like kind of pushing him under with the forks.
I will say, if you're using this to speed up people's demise, we probably, beyond what was agreed with in said deal, that might be something that we might want to have to say no.
Yeah, just send to hell. Look, could we maybe with the party? That's gotta go.
Who are you talking to specifically?
The
Demon.
Demon's not listening to you guys. It's kind of up front, but there's an attendant at the front. The guy who's operating things. Hey, you know the password. You're not, if you're supposed to be in line to pay your dues, you're supposed to come through the back, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not. We're not here. We just need to talk to the big man.
Oh, I know who you are. Oh, shoot, Knuckles, Stones, and Fiddlesticks. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. The ghost gets down. It's like, closes up the door. I apologize. I didn't know who you were. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Boss, the guests of honor are here.
Sorry, the what?
And the head kind of rotates and does that spinal twist, and he kind of looks at him. Oh, good. They're here. We have time for one more. And turns back to them. Mrs. Tabitha Clark, we foreclosed on those orphanages as you requested, and were able to secure your fortune on the diamond mine. Your family has been quite wealthy. It is time to pay the price. And she's like, really? You expect me to forfeit my soul? Oh, yes. Yes, in the cheese. Yes. What's the big deal? I get in cheese, I get out of the cheese. No, you don't understand. That's not any fondue. It is the fondue to my soul. Your soul is cheese. Starts floundering around and starts jabbing at her with the sticks. You know, reaching up, and then she's kind of
Pay your taxes like a normal person, I might care.
Swirls around, and then you hear this heart thump.
I mean, I kind of care. It's not good.
They literally make.
I know. I know. I know.
I pay my taxes.
It's
Them.
like you're ushered up on the stage to where the guy
It's
playing
not
the piano is. He's like, boss, they're ready, they're here, they're ready for you, boss. Big surprise tonight. He's like, ooh, I would really like to do one more. I'm having so much fun, everyone. And the demon just stands up and claps his hands, and everyone just stops what they're doing and raises their champagne glasses. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we are collecting on forfeit souls tonight, and it's been a hard road for all of us. And we've had some difficulties, but we've come through together. Yes! Oh, please, you're too loud. Whoops. We've come through together. We started off small in the lower pits of hell, worked our way up, and look at us now. But
I am getting my trigger finger ready on the proton pack.
But now to celebrate, we have a very special guests. Janice and Roberto of world-renowned musicians doing a living number for us. And everyone's like, oh, living musician, living. Oh my goodness, that's so great. Living, oh goodness. Yes, so give a warm round of applause. And that's when the spotlight goes on and focuses on the two of you. And, it's like, and the little guy gets it. So, which of you is the vocalist? Which of you plays?
I said we needed to talk to him.
Yes, and you will right after your big number.
Okay, so there has been a little bit of a misunderstanding.
I just technical difficulty. What do you mean?
We're not the musicians.
Of course you are. Why?
Do we look like musicians?
And he pulls up a parchment of Janice and Roberto, and they look nothing like at all. They're human. Yes.
Why do I get to pay this? This is either a human thing or a race thing. And either
Roberto
way,
is Latino, and he's very handsome. But you swear you've seen this guy's records before on sale. And Janice is like petite, you know, and she looks like she's got a set of pipes. They look nothing like you guys.
I'm not that good looking.
You're Reginald Roberto. You went to Juilliard. We heard all your records. We're very excited.
No.
Sorry.
But you're Janice Sutherland.
So if we
Okay, so at this point, nope, I'm hopping off the stage and just walking towards the demon.
Excuse me.
Patience has been.
This is sort of walking.
Excuse me. You told me the name of the demon, so I am just going.
Agaroth.
Excuse me, Mr. Agaroth.
The head kind of twists upside down and descends towards your level, and the mouth comes open, and it smells like fetid cheese. It's like, yes. I have to say, I'm a big fan.
I'm not Judith.
Like music is that way, boy.
So, I'm not Judith. This is not Roberto. I gesture towards the stage. There's been a little misunderstanding, but we do need to talk to you.
Just a moment. Jason, come here for a moment. And he kind of comes over and says, well, what do you mean? The whole night was built up to this. Well, this is a fiasco.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was mistaken for Judith outside as well.
Just a moment. They're kind of hemming and hawing, and everyone else is like, you kind of murmuring. Things are getting awkward, uncomfortable, and there's like 9 more people, but make a notice roll.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Come on, why did you keep turning off?
And 5.
5. Okay. You notice that there's gap. Like the people lined up to be pushed into the burning fadoo, there's somebody who's actually missing.
6.
6.
Well, I think,
Got a good feeling on who's supposed to be in that particular position.
You see Lewis. He's kind of like peeking out from the curtains. He's
telling me to move.
no, he's telling you come here. He's doing that. He's doing that really nonchalant.
Well, while you
He's
discuss
whispering
that,
so loudly.
I will go over to Lewis. Help me. While you're discussing, I will be right over there.
Okay. So Lewis, you look like you're in some trouble. What's going on?
You were mistaken for the musicians.
Okay. I might have an idea on that. While they're talking, what are you doing?
Just kind of like sitting on this stage, looking at the piano.
There's a guy there, and he kind of 12-pack. He's in boxers, manicured fingernails. He's like, you there? Oops, over here. Here, I can make it worthwhile. Get me out of here. I've got money. I can make this.
Did you sell your soul?
No. I wasn't so much selling. I negotiated a profitable bargain for both of us.
So you, in exchange for your soul, you got fame.
I didn't know it was being literal. I thought it was metaphorical.
How does that work? Work that through your brain. I dare you.
Well,
Just take
people
15
It's
seconds.
a figure of speech people say all the time. And the 5th yacht is not going to buy itself.
You don't need a 5th. You don't need 1 yacht. Where do you live?
Here it is.
See, that's my point. Go fuck yourself.
Please.
Also, next, you gotta remember to whisper louder.
Please, I've got children.
Are they aware you exist?
Well, they will be when they're born. I don't have them yet, but I'm planning on having children.
Let's go to the piano. Sit down.
So Lewis whispers something into you. They've never heard live music before. When you do that, roll rapport.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. Can I tap my own trouble?
Yes?
Yeah, you can type your trouble in a positive way.
Okay, good, because I'm way too into this, and the unsettling enthusiasm would actually.
Well, they did say that they, had heard all the music.
So 4 with 2, so 3.
So people in the crowd, 3 is enough. They stop, and they kind of like look at you, and it's like, oh, it's about to start. So the lights come back on, flunk, and you're just kind of like petering there at the piano, and people are just kind of holding on with bated breath, which is really easy because they're dead. And they're kind of focusing on you, and people are kind of beginning to get into the sway of it.
Huh. Alright, well, I guess we'll try and play it out this way then.
Wait. I've seen this before. I know what to do.
I'm gonna start humming and wander over to you.
Okay. People are like, oh, shh, be quiet, they're about to start. Like,
I know what to do. What are you doing? I've seen this before. It'll be fine.
Okay, stop. So apparently, while they were saying they listen to all these people's CDs, bullshit. They have never heard live music at all. So we're just gonna fake it.
Or we can actually.
Do you know how to play the piano?
No. Oh, I mean, I know that one song. That picks up a bit at the end. It only works if there's 2 people.
Okay. Oh God. Oh.
Wait, no, hang on. The wrist comp.
Yeah.
I will Okay.
A bit louder. So he only knows the one song. It picks up a bit at the end, but it only works if 2 people are playing it. So I don't know if you know that particular
Okay.
clinking.
I am going to take a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm going to program into the wrist comp the keys and what keys to hit when.
Okay.
So it shows up in her contact.
Oh my God, you're doing like 1920s rock star hero guitar, but
And
no,
you know what? It's better to fake point for that.
you're doing ragtime rock band.
Actually, I'm doing the funny thing. The funny thing is, this isn't something that his mother's taught him. This is something he saw in the Muppet Show once.
Oh Jesus! I'm just imagining that on the comms it's showing like the beats coming and when to hit them.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're doing rock band.
Have you ever played like Rock Band, Guitar Hero, or something like that?
Yeah. Play that at
Good enough.
Sports camp.
Yeah. No, I mean downtime.
Good enough. Sit here.
I'll later whisper louder.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, good enough. Sit here.
So lights on. There's hush on the crowd. Agroth is doing this.
I'm humming along.
Okay, just hang on a minute. Just take out the end. Take out the book. Take out the book. Do a Victor Borg out thing. Ah.
Have you paid a fate point for that?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're playing around Mariah as well?
I'm tagging along when it tells me to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically
Alright.
humming.
Holy shit. So, they are eating this up. For a second. Oh, it's so good. He's like, yes, I think I've heard this song before. The Julia. No. I think it was on Broadway. No, don't be ridiculous. It was Shanghai. And murmuring is going around, and they're kind of singing and humming along with this, and the light starts focusing on, and you see Agroth grab a hold of Jason by the shoulder. I told you, boss. And you're kind of plinking around doing your thing. You can feel the sweat coming down.
For those of you who don't, okay, just YouTube Ralph the dog and Fozzie Bear play the piano. Old school Muppet Show episode. It's amazing.
And the crowd is like looking at you. It's like, oh, they're very good. I told you. Oh, these young people are alive. It's nice to see live people stepping up and doing things for once.
You know what it really is.
So they're getting into it, and by the end of it, it's hitting this crescendo where like you've got the whole crowd swaying and humming along with you, and even Agroth, you catch him kind of, he's kind of, and it's like, you see the people kind of lined up. Can we just leave now? The demons are like, okay, well, stay put. And by the end of it, you guys finish, and like the applause is just emanating off the room. You can see the thick tapestries, the red carpet, the champagne is flowing like wine through the bottles everywhere, and people are just humming the song and just so. And Agroth, who's standing up, is about 9.5 feet tall. Strides over to you. The smell of brie in Devonshire, just is wafting off. And the head comes in and he's like, "You had me. I almost believed you. Oh, pistols to both of you." And he kind of puts an arm around each of you as the cheese is melting off onto your suit. And it smells like somebody left a cheddar underneath their armpit out in the sun in August. And it's like, these kids, am I telling you? These kids. Wonderful, wonderful. Live music, they know what they're doing. And they're here to celebrate with us all. Give a warm round of applause. I love these. And grabs you each by the cheek, and you can feel the skin as your jaws are on the verge of being dislocated.
Sorry,
Oh.
skin's still attached. Please don't.
And he's like, that was magnificent. He's clapping like cheese splatter everywhere. It's like, oh, Well done. And now, for the piece de resistance, we've been waiting for this execution for a long time, and we are not here to disappoint. The one who has eluded us for time and time again, Carlson Wildcat Tucker. Tucker Wildcat Carson, push him in. Where is he?
He's not here.
Jason, where is he? He's the highlight of the execution. Where is he, Jason?
This is what we needed to talk to you about?
Yeah, we've been chasing him.
The head kind of comes down. What?
Yeah, sorry. We've been chasing him for the better part of one because he keeps opening these doors because he's made multiple deals with multiple demons, and every time they go to collect,
And
he's
he
not
does that.
there.
He's done what? And this is literally, you can hear that across the city.
Oof.
That is a lot of. Wow. Anyway, we were talking to Mr. Book. I don't know if you know him. He's probably from a different department.
Oh yes,
He's
Wookie.
Yeah, he made a deal with him too.
No,
Yes.
no.
He made a deal with you know the guy with the one eye.
Hold on a second. I got a list here. I pull up a list of. So these are the demons we've
From the seventh pit.
confirmed that he's made deals with.
Yeah.
There's you, Agaroth. There's Book. There was where's the rest of the list? I had a list. Morganus.
Ooh, boy, again, she's nasty. Even I don't know those.
Well, yes. So
Yeah, there's an entire list.
and then here's like there's these guys too, but I don't know their names. I just know the symbols.
Yeah.
Oh, the Oculus from number 7, Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was super disappointed.
Oh,
And,
don't mess with Hell's Quartermaster. I tell you that.
yeah. So anyway, we've been we've been
That's
trying.
disappointing.
Yeah, a little bit. So he's unfortunately been dabbling in bastardizing angelic magic to kind of keep himself off the radar. So
That's when a collective gasp goes through like the crowd.
yeah. Anyway, so we are going to do our absolute level best to make him available for whatever discussions you lot want to have with him, because he's
Fucking up Earth.
completely. Every time you guys open a door, quite literally, all hell breaks loose, and then we have to clean it up.
Yes. That's not on us.
No, technically, you're just coming to collect, and
Yes.
you know, and that's
The door
fine.
opens. We have to go. You know what?
It's-
Jason, this conversation does not involve you. That's it. And also, we don't use the A.
Oh,
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
politically
I'm
correct.
terribly sorry.
What they were?
Oh. So, yeah, if you could just stop the party. There are actual people there that haven't made deals. So if we just kind of end that.
Oh, I see.
It's
Well,
it's been going on
not to
for
be
business.
insensitive, but it's very difficult for my friends. You see, humans look very similar to one another.
True. I mean,
Organs and such. Not to be offensive.
No. It's fine. I mean, I can deal with it, but no one's going back where they should. So if they came from your end, they're not going to go back. I don't want to tread on your territory. I don't want to take your minions away from you.
Very well. So before you go, would you care for at least to have some fondue? You've made the trip and provided the wonderful music, and the demons kind of like sticking the forks.
You know, normally,
And the one's got like the big 8-foot like long, and it's lifting up, and it's part of somebody's forearm dripping in cheese.
I'm
And
actually,
the other one's got like a head and stuff.
I'm really sorry.
Cheese is pulling out.
I really can't.
I'm actually lactose intolerant.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I had no idea. Just put it back. They don't want any.
Thank you very
so
much for your very
There's
generous host.
The
Lovely
one
offer.
the one woman who was dumped in, and she's like horribly burned, covered in cheese. I'm still here. And they're shouting her down.
It's sorry. Eating the rich. Anyway.
Well, yes.
Yeah, it's a phrase. We don't actually do it.
Well, you see, we do because they are. If anyone comes from poverty, they can't be synthesized into the abyssal heart, which feeds my particular plane. It's It's very complicated. Why do you think we created taxes? It's to figure out which line you are crossing and know if you're fair prey or not. Do you think humans could come up with that?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so let's just come on out of here.
Okay,
before
I need you both to make rapport rolls. This is really, really important. That's all I can say on that.
And now you roll the highest negative you've ever. Fuck you, dice. Alright. I would like to spend a fate point
Yeah.
and re-roll that. Because fuck you, dice.
Much better thing.
Oh, 0. That's better.
4.
4.
I would like to. So right now it's a 4. I tapped friendly Argrad. I would like
Yep.
to tap again. Surprisingly okay with this if you'll let me.
Yep.
And I'll just add a +2 to bring that to a 6.
You got 4, you got 6. So he leans into you. He's like, well, I will. I normally don't do this,
Volume.
but I normally don't do this, but you know, if you do wish to sell your soul, I can make you the offer of a lifetime without the fondue. So when you do arrive into my domain, I can give you a nice job. In exchange, I can deal with that pesky case of cancer your mother's contracted.
Tempting,
Thanks.
but we're gonna have to say no.
I understand. And for you, and the head kind of turns off sideways. I can give you fame that would rival Van Gogh. The Bee Gees.
Again, very tempting, but what fun is fame if I don't earn it myself?
I knew you were both quality. Oh, I'm still here. Push it down.
I'm not quite dead. Oh, shut up. You stabbed that in the moon.
Not dead yet.
Very well. And as you guys are like going off the stage, the floodlight kind of hits you guys, just following you, and people are doing it. Bravo, bravo, bravo! This so talented. We were wrong about that. You taught us a lesson. Thank you. A few roses are flung to you. A pair of underwear come sailing across on the stage.
Why is it squidgy?
Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Ah!
So you guys eventually make it back to the. As you guys start walking out, it starts dissipating fate. You find that the service elevator is packed with about 60 people suffering from severe PTSD, and Donovan is there, and he's like, "Hey, you guys have fun?"
No.
No!
Yeah, me neither, but I think I got everybody.
Cool.
You see the one, you
Sweet.
guys kind of shuffle into the elevator, and the one guy standing like beside you is the guy who still got the mounted thing around his neck. He's like, thank you. You know, so it's just like she closes, and as it slowly starts to descend, the top floor starts to disappear after that. And like literally,
I'm gonna send the drone up and just do a quick sweep as it's disappearing, make sure there's no other
yeah, no,
humans.
it's actually fading very gently. But as you're descending, Donovan kind of looks at you, kind of looks at you. It's like, you guys smell cheese?
Yep.
Yeah. You guys felt cheese for a while.
Huh.
Go sob in the corner. No.
Gonna tell me about it. But by the way, I got a list from that Biggles guy about the missing guests. There's still, I think, 5 or 6 unaccounted for.
They were probably pulled into hell.
Wait, that's real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how?
Sure. But apparently, yeah.
They had made a deal. It was time to
Wait, the devil was up there?
collect. No.
A devil.
No.
Wait, there's
No,
more than
no,
one?
not a devil.
Or demon.
It's
Sorry,
devil,
apparently there's
and-
difference.
Do I have to start going to church? What do you mean?
No,
Wait,
not
is
necessarily.
that where the cheese came from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like, so we do that scene where at the end you guys get down to the end and it opens up and everybody's just like kind of running out. The 3 of you are standing there. It's like, wow, and fondue.
Yeah.
He's like, My grandmother's never going to believe this. She's been Catholic her entire life. She will never believe this.
Yeah, it's not just be a good person. You don't necessarily. It's
Just don't sell your soul.
yeah.
And they don't collect, I assume. There's
Fondue.
maybe there's more to it.
Dude.
I mean,
But-
if you were gonna eat someone, I mean,
yeah, but I thought it was a metaphor.
what? Not apparently.
Apparently not for this guy.
And you guys played the.
Yeah, it was my favorite. It was my favorite episode of the Muppet Show.
Sorry, the Muppets?
Yeah.
Hang on for a second.
Ralph the dog and Fozzie.
Honey, sweet.
Ralph was just playing.
Yeah,
and
sweetie.
then Fozzie came up. And
Sweetie,
started
yeah,
playing.
yeah. No. I'm off shift. No, crazy day. By the way, how do you feel about taking up swing dancing? No, it's just an itch. It's an itch. Thinking about learning how to play the piano. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll pick up the dry cleaning on the way back. Love you too. Hugs and kisses. So click.
So
So that would have made me completely want to avoid swing dancing, but
So yeah, we're gonna
you do you.
leave you dealing with Biggles there.
Yeah, well, he's got his people. I'll fill out some missing reports and.
Yeah. You can also actually, because there's still people missing, and he waited until 36 hours, which.
Well, I don't think
technically-
it was a full 36 hours, but it was definitely more than 24.
Yeah. See, and
Yeah.
if memory serves, you have to after 24 hours, it's officially missing, and they waited another 12, which is incredibly dangerous. So you could have actively.
There'll be a cut scene after you guys leave where Mr. Biggles is like, well, officer, I think your time here is done. Thank you so much. We appreciate your assistance. It's like, oh, here, Jeeves. We need to have a few words. And that's when you hear the clink clink of costs being on, just for cinematic use purposes.
So I wonder if we're getting paid or not.
Can we make a pause so I can go to the bathroom? 'Cause I
Yes.
really need to pee.
Yeah, we will take a pee break. We will be back in 3 to 4 minutes.
Hooray!
Alright. And we're back.
So,
Hello.
so, um, the we find you two, um, Starboard White,
Yeah.
standing in front of this fairly old-looking, remodeled Victorian-style house. And it's the house where babysitter said, kids, talk to the parents. Creepy shit's been going on.
Are we just doing an assessment, or are we dealing with it?
Well, when you look at the house, make a notice roll, because you're standing on the outside looking at it.
Four.
Okay, you both got this. You look at the top of the window, and it's like somebody breathed on it and drew a happy face. And that happy face looks kind of menacing because you know there's nobody in that house and hasn't been for at least 12 hours.
Okay, you told them about the fee schedule and all that shit?
Yeah. Fast.
Okay.
So go over to the little end. Go over to the pink garden on there. Yep.
But do we have the permission to deal with it, or just to assess?
I said I had Rico email the email the contract. Just got everything there. They approved of it. They just told us not to touch anything, but I told them that property damage is a possibility. But yeah.
Okay, well, let's send the drone in first.
Alright, so I unlocked the door and I just kind of opened it up.
Drone.
Okay, so you open the door.
I'm scanning for actual signatures.
Okay,
This.
you open the door.
I know, this is like sending it
First
in.
thing happens is a kid's soccer ball comes bouncing down the stairs.
Hey, it's like a horror movie.
And rolls towards you. Roll notice with the drone.
4.
You're picking up, it's very, very faint, but you're picking up auditory cues from upstairs. Footsteps and children's laughter. And on the infrared scope, you are getting little footprints running up the wall and across the ceiling.
Ooh. So we got laughter and footsteps.
What kind of laughter? Like,
Creepy children laughter.
Yeah.
So it's just children's laughing.
No, creepy children laughter.
Yeah, there's no such thing as creepy children. It's just children laughing in and of itself is creepy. It just depends on the context.
Valid.
Okay.
There is no one in the house. There's no one there. Hearing a child laugh would be creepy as hell.
We're also getting infrared footprints across the floor, walls, ceiling.
It's not full manifestation yet, but getting there. Interesting. I'm wondering if they have to play on someone's imagination in order to become more powerful. Ooh, symbiotic phantasm. That's at least level 4.
Remember, whisper louder.
That is at least a level 4 phantasm, if it's a symbiotic phantasm, which means it actually bonds with. Do you have any idea how rare this is? This is gonna be so amazing!
So, roll,
I stopped you from running in.
as the drone goes on the main floor, you get a layout. Pretty straightforward.
Drawing the layout as this happens.
Exactly. Nothing is expected with baby's laughter. Unless you don't have a baby. That's creepy.
True. Soundtrack.
Yep.
When you go into the kitchen, you do like a full scan, and that's when you notice that a couple of cans of soda that have been left on the counter, they start exploding one after the other. But it's not that they explode; it's how they explode. They kind of twist themselves. The top twists clockwise, the bottom twists counterclockwise, and then it kind of explodes.
Right.
It's more like it's being ripped apart as opposed to overheated. So one after another. You kind of go out of there as you pass by
I
the
relay
laundry.
this.
As you kind of pass by the laundry room, one of the bottles of bleaches kind of tips over, spills out, and it's landing on what appears to be for some reason there seems to be like diapers that were left there, so spilling out on that.
Oh, I have the drone recording, by the
Yeah.
way.
Eventually, it makes its way upstairs to one of the bedrooms, and you can see like the stuffed bears, the stuffed animals there, and you hear the laughter, and that's when you hear something hit, and the drone gives you the impaired damage that starts to automatically kind of come back the way it came. And when it comes down, you can see that there was actually a steak knife buried in the top of it.
Oh, which sort?
Steak knife.
Okay, you know what? I was okay with the little pranks. I was okay with them messing up their own kitchen. I was okay with them pouring bleach on diapers.
This definitely passes into aggressive.
You don't break other people's toys.
And that's when you hear more laughter upstairs.
She's gonna be laughing at me.
Oh god, it's descended into that.
I'm not letting you in the building while you're doing that. Okay, so it's definitely aggressive, and it can make things fly, and it could definitely cause some serious damage. Like, say, a steak knife to a drone. Replace the drone with a head.
It's plastic.
And does that really affect the ghost's abilities?
I mean, if the ghost was actively malicious, they would be attacking us, standing still on the property.
I imagine that's more difficult.
It would be, but I mean, right now they haven't done anything to the families that live here.
Make notice rolls.
Ooh.
4.
7.
Holy shit. All right. You notice the trampoline first. So, Paz, you're kind of take a few steps out, and you notice that there's a trampoline positioned directly underneath the kid's window, and it seems like an odd place for a trampoline to be.
Yeah.
And then you notice something about the trampoline when you look on the underside of it. That it looks like somebody had taken a knife and cut it, so if anybody landed on it, they would go straight through. And that is a 3-story building with a good 3-story drop onto that trampoline.
Oof.
You, on the other hand, you kind of see the trampoline, but something's really bugging you about the way the flower beds are organized. It doesn't seem right. Like you know manicured lawns. Like you've got your moms. They're still actively competing and have yet to be accepted into, the annual garden show festival, despite effort. But there's just something bugging you about them. They're too wide, they're too deep, and you kind of rummage around. The plants are mostly dead. But you kind of something catches a glint and you dig down there and you find like a little fragment of bone. And you're not sure if it's human or an animal, because that doesn't seem like it's something you get out of fertilizer or compost.
God damn it. I knew it.
What?
Found a bone.
Like, at the surface?
Well, I mean, I had to dig for it a little bit. Just trust me, the garden was all off. I actually know what healthy gardens looked like. No, you remember when we came over and we had the big greenhouse?
Mm-hmm.
You would never know that there used to be a garage there. I accidentally kind of sort of set up.
Sepia Tone flashed back to one of Victor's family discussions at Sunday night dinner. Well, I tell you, if the Tomlinsons get into it again, I just can't take it. We need carnations. Patricia, I've told you, carnations aren't enough. We need to go orchids or to go home. We can't let this stand anymore. Anyway, honey, what do you think? Pass the salt. Back to the scene.
I was a little bit distracted that night when I was doing experiments on protein pack and I accidentally set a flooring fire. The cool thing is, it burnt enough of the concrete and the rock to actually do a really good garden. So I watched the guys build it and help them because I was told to. Because technically it was my fault. But the greenhouse is theirs now.
Okay.
And that's why I can't have a lab at home. But, yeah.
So, in other words, I should be more worried about the fact that there's a lab in the building. Got it.
I keep telling people to stay out of the lab, but no one listens to me.
No,
I give warnings. I even place signs. No one does. You know what? Anyone dies, it's not on me. I have done my due diligence.
I'm more meant for the
Cut
building.
scene to the HQ right now as Federico, Penelope the teacup, The sentient coffee machine Eric, who now has arms in the cookbooks, are playing poker in the lap. Read 'em and weep. Oh,
I'm
sorry,
guessing it's on the
Frederico.
best tables in
Full
the building.
house. Yeah, full house with queens. How dare you not me again? And you hear everybody else. Ah.
I was actually not referring to someone dying in the lab. I more meant the lab falling onto someone's head.
Oh no. I've made sure that was the most secure moment place in the building. It's fine. It's not gonna collapse.
Flooring fire fine?
Oh God, no. There's nothing that can really do that. Concrete burns under a fluorine fire. It's actually kind of majestic. I'm not gonna lie. It burned for like hours, like a full meter of rock, and it was absolutely amazing.
You're scaring me, Charlie. Just as a GM, you're scaring me at this point.
You know, they wanted to use it as rocket fuel in the 50s. Anyway, no, the garden was all off, but there appears to be bone here.
I'm guessing you don't know whose.
Well, I mean, I would have to dig it up. I don't have any place to put the transplanted plants. You can't just rummage around in someone's. I mean, obviously, these flowers should not be by those ones because they're just going to smother. It's going to be a really weird BDSM thing, and it's not going to end well.
I'm sorry, what? A really weird what?
That plant's going to choke that one.
Oh, okay.
Is it plant? Is it PDSM at that point? No, because it would still be.
Anyways, getting distracted.
Mm-hmm.
So the trampoline under the window certainly looks like not a great placement for with the 3 stories, especially considering the trampoline has been tampered with.
So they've been getting more steadily more malicious.
It's definitely malicious.
Okay. Well, time to make a phone call. And I phoned the mother.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Mrs. I'm sorry,
Robinson.
Ms. Robertson.
Yes,
It's
yes.
it's Victor Homburg from
Oh.
Ghostbusters.
Pardon me? Yes, yes. Oh, were you able to fix it?
Well, we're here right now,
Okay.
and we're just doing an initial assessment.
Did you find the pink gnome? The key was okay?
Yes, I
Great,
did.
great,
Everything's
great.
fine. We sent in a little. We do what we normally do. We sent in a drone, so we don't touch anything.
Mhm.
That way, we can survey what's going on.
We have a recording if you want it.
We can send the recording if you'd like. I can actually do that right now. There you go. So as you can see, it's just it'll goes into,
Yeah.
into the kitchen there.
Yeah.
And there's some.
Oh, jeez.
And-
Oh, that's not normal. That's not good at all.
No, it is not normal.
I assume
Is this regular for your things? Do you see this kind of thing all the time?
Actually, yep. And then we go into here. This is the part that bothers me here, and you can see it kind of gets rattled a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a steak knife that was driven into our drone.
Oh, in the bedroom, by the way.
In the bedroom. So these things are, whatever it is getting more and more malicious.
What's with the Furby?
You didn't have one before?
No. I bought every toy for the kids along with my husband Jack, and no Furbies.
Interesting. Apparently the Furbies, there was no Furby for them.
Weird.
Yeah. All right, we'll definitely look into that.
Well,
Also,
it's definitely moving things.
your garden.
Oh yeah.
Who that yours?
Came with the house. We haven't touched it since we moved in.
Okay, yeah, because there's something buried there. So do I have
Is
your?
it dangerous?
The trampoline is.
I mean, yeah, the trampoline underneath your kid's bedroom with the cut in the fabric. So if something
Wait,
did
no,
jump
the
in-
trampoline's in the backyard.
not anymore.
And she's like, oh.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna need you to go ahead to the final 5 pages of the contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flip over that. That's us dealing with it.
Yeah. Go ahead. Do whatever you have to do. Just don't burn my house down.
We will do our very best.
All right. And I will. And she emails the signed copy.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right.
Okay. How do we want to deal with this fucker?
What are you calling?
The lab.
The lab?
Okay, no, I'm not gonna kill you. He's already threatened. I won't answer it. He won't notice it. Hello? It's obviously Eric. Ghostbusters?
Okay, you know what, guys? A for effort. I know you're in the lab.
I don't know.
Guys, I phoned the lab and you answered.
I take it back. You're right, Frederico. He is better than us.
Okay, Federico.
Hi, it's Frederico speaking.
I know.
I heard you from the office.
You were in the lab, Federico. Don't lie to me. It's just gonna make it worse. I need you to go. I need you to go to the closet.
Which one?
The gray one.
Got
The
it.
one that says keep out. The one that you've probably already been in.
Oh, yeah. The fun closet. Got it.
Yeah. Take out a proton pack.
Yup.
Put it on.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna need you to get a shovel.
Okay.
Some gardening equipment,
Uh-huh.
mainly for exhuming.
All right.
There is a couple of other things.
Do you want me to bring the rake?
No, you're not gonna need it.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to bring Eric like the coffee machine too? Because you can repair him if he gets damaged.
Yeah. You know, everyone's coming.
Everyone?
Yep.
All right.
Including the teacups.
It's our moment to shine.
Keep them both calm. I'm counting on you.
You got it, boss.
So give me the address.
Okay. So we fast forward.
Are we sure this is a good idea?
If Alex lived in New York, I would be phoning her. She doesn't. She lives in Canada, which is like North Jotunheim. I don't know why someone would live there, but they do.
I know, right? It's the dumbest place ever. So meanwhile, we see Jeeves pull up with the Ecto One. Lights are shining. The lights are literally shining, not just the sirens, but he's got the floodlights going. First of all, we do that montage where Federico steps out, and he's got the proton pack on, but he never figured out how to adjust the straps.
I'm just kind of imagining he's not even wearing the he's not even wearing the overalls underneath it. It's just like his suit.
Yeah.
And the fact,
But the thing is, he's got it cinched up too tight, so his face is slowly turning blue as he steps over. It's like, I think it may have shrunk at the wash. Like, oh man, that is so much better. That is,
it is.
Oh,
Are we
whoa.
sure we want them inside with us?
Oh no, they're not going inside. They're going to be dealing with.
I brought everyone. Then Eric comes out of the trunk, and he steps up in the full automatonic with the arms and the feet.
Why don't you put him in the trunk?
And it's the only place he would fit.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
he starts like jacking up his torso, and the arms come out and everything.
Yeah, dude, you're not going to need it. You're not going to need it.
And he's like, "Will I need this?" And you see the one forearm, and it's got the proton cannon that you were working on.
God, I hope not. No, you shouldn't. I need you to do a full scan of that garden. There's something buried underneath it. I need to know if it's an animal or a human.
Roger that. And he looks at it. He's like, "Roger that, boss." And then you hear that familiar voice of Bob. "Hey, what, are we here yet? We here yet? Turn around so I can see everything." Turns around. He's got a backpack on, and the cookbook is there. "Hey, it's Victor. Hey, buddy. How's it going? How's it? Hey, you're looking good out in the field. Yeah. One big happy family. Hey, I was thinking butter tots later tonight. Yeah, you know what? And if you play your cards right, pound cake. I know you love the pound cake, Baz. Got it right here. Recipe.
No one likes pound
No
cake.
one wants anything from your recipes. I'm sorry, dude. You know this.
I know. Can't blame me for trying.
Yeah.
And that's when Penelope comes out.
I can help you.
And she's attacked one of the little drones.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to keep an eye on these guys while we go inside.
"You got it, boss."
Charlie volume.
So I'm gonna need you to keep an eye on these guys while we go inside. Things have been starting to move outside here, like that trampoline was in the back, now it's here, which means they are actively moving things. So you guys are gonna need to be extra careful.
I will
okay?
keep an eye on him. Jeeves, do you mind, honey? And he's like, yes, Mom. And you can see him operating the little drum controls. And she kind of follows after them. I'll keep a good eye on these.
Just as I kind of like going towards the door, take one last look back at the crew.
That's when you see two kids walking up the street. They're probably about 6 and 7, and one of them kind of looks at you. And looks at the crew, and then looks at you. Are you a Disney prince?
No. Are you?
Oh, maybe! And then they go off.
Second job for the crew is to keep people away from the general area.
So Erica's doing the scans of the flower bed on the house and the outside.
As we're walking into like the front door, like, you know what? Damn it, she's right. Literally, all we need is a Canadian. The entire thing is set.
So you step into the house. You've got the left side of the house, the right side of the house, stairways going to the basement, and stairway going upstairs to the main floor of the bedrooms.
Oh, the eye goggle things are on already.
All right.
So when we were operating the drone, did we happen to see any doors before it got stabbed?
Nope.
All right.
Okay, so
Everything seems to be happening in around the kids' room, and the Furby we know was upstairs. So let's.
I was gonna say, and that's where the big craft out, anyways.
So.
All right. So are you? Okay. So you stepped in the house.
Yes.
Where are you headed? Upstairs.
Upstairs to the
Notice
bedroom.
rolls, please, and thank you.
And what?
Notice rolls.
No. Yeah, I wasn't that good.
5.
3.
Oh. Okay. Just as you're about to go up the stairs, you hear like metal sliding on wood. She actually pushes you out of the way, and as you guys were about to go up the stairs, she pushes you and steps back. There is a pail on a string, more like a rope, and it comes swinging down, and there's nails jutting out from the outside of it. And had you guys not been that careful, it would have impacted you head on. That swings all the way back up, all the way back down, and it settles down, and you hear laughter.
Do I have a cutting tool? I think that seems reasonable.
You got a knife.
I'm gonna cut the bucket off the string.
So it's a Swiss Army knife. It's not like an army, but yeah. You do.
I am
Okay.
not having stabby bucket swinging on the stairs anymore.
Okay. That's how we're gonna play it. That's how we're gonna play it.
Okay, so we're playing extra stabby Home Alone, and we're the bad guys?
Extra stabby Home Alone? Seriously, you ever watch? Dude, go on YouTube. Watch doctors react to Home Alone. Literally, like they get 3 steps into the house and they die. Like that paintball, that would have killed them. Just straight up.
Oh yes,
It didn't need spikes. This is just overkill.
that's why I said extra stabby. It wasn't stabby; it was just blunt trauma.
I mean, the only as we're walking up the stairs, there was only that one part that was stabby. It was when he stepped on the nail.
As you guys are walking up, you slowly notice that on the wallpaper surrounding the staircase now, somebody's taking bright crayons, play with me everywhere. The more you go up the stairs, the more it's just covered.
Play with you? Really? Do they all float here too? Do we want to just like hit every haunting cliche? Is there going to be a red balloon? I just want to know what bases are being covered.
Funny enough, as you say that, a red balloon actually goes by.
Oh, hooray! We hit the Stephen King hat trick. Kids.
So what you
You
do?
don't. Usually, you're much more chipper.
Well, I was genuinely excited because I thought it was like, oh, okay, cool. So is this going to be this symbiotic phantasm? No, it's just mischievous dead kids, and they want to. It's level 3 at best. What a letdown.
Okay, just because they're stereotypical doesn't mean that they're actually weaker. It just means they're not
I
very
didn't say-
creative.
I didn't say they were weaker. Just
No, because you were calling them level 4 before.
a level 4 symbiotic phantasm.
That's
That's
when the door to the bedroom opens up with a true Hollywood creaking sound.
And let me guess, it's just a regular door.
Yeah.
Well, gotta find the special door.
Yep. Guess better walk toward it.
Going into the bedroom.
Yep. Come
Uh,
on, let's all ignore our survival instinct for now.
You ever notice the more haunted my house gets, the more ninja proof it gets?
Well,
Try and sneak through this.
So
Really?
you guys go.
obviously, ninjas are the enemy of ghosts.
They've got kids' bookcase with books in it. There's a little bed there. There's stuffed animals on the floating shelf. When I say floating, I don't mean like supernatural. I mean just touch the wall. And there is a chair with a large wooden box filled with drill bits and knives and forks and cooking tongs and more knives and broken glass and a sign written in crayon: free juggling lessons.
So, do you see? Okay, so
Okay, that was funny.
terrible. Do you see the Furby anywhere? And then we're gonna quickly sprint and close the box.
Okay, athletics roll.
Do I
You
make
know
it
this roll?
6.
6. So, and what do you get, Mariah?
I got a 3 and shit, I used them. I have 2 of them. And so I'm going to quickly I'm going to spend a fate point to add a +2 to bring that up to a 5. I do not want the ghost throwing.
Okay, so you're able to get to the box. You close it, and then it does not want to be closed. It starts like rustling and fighting. And you're right on top of this, and it is just like vibrating up and down. The chair is shaking back and forth. You're like, no, I've been wrestling camp. I've got you. You brace your legs. You've got it. If it were a person, it would have submitted by this. And the thing is, this chair and box, they're fighting for their life, and eventually it starts chilling the fuck out. Like, you've effectively got the equivalent of a supernatural sleeper.
Stop it. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
So eventually it settles down. You see the Furby. It's at the very end, and you're doing the thing. It's like teddy bear, Furby, doll, Furby. And it just kind of, you're looking at it, it's looking at you, you're looking at it, it looks at you, you look at Paz, the eyes kind of dart over to Paz, you look at it, and the eyes go wide, and then it starts bolting and knocking off all the dolls off the shelf, making a line for the door.
I'm standing by the door, so just gonna
Step on it.
yeah. Well, I'm as it's because it's going by the by way of the shelf and the shelf.
Yeah.
I'm going to like close the door, but like watch it, and when it makes a leap for it, I'm going to just like
Athletics roll it.
oh god, I forgot I bumped my athletics. 6.
Christ.
Got it.
There is a crunch. You swing it open, you hear this sickening crunch to it, and it is you hear the it kind of falls on the ground and starts spinning around. It just looks up at you. Roll investigate.
Is 4.
I would like to tie the box shut with any rope or anything like that by handy, by the way.
I'm
Like
just going to
the
say
usual.
that you kept the rope with you on your way up. You do a little digging because when it hit the crunch didn't sound right. It didn't sound mechanical per se. So when it hits the ground, it stops flailing and moving for a while and goes dormant. You kind of dig inside and you pull out more bone. And you kind of rip open the Furby and there's like a tiny, almost like a baby skull.
I'm going to goggles The Furby?
There's this like really malignant black energy just floating off of it, but it's dissipating.
Okay, so there's a lot of black energy floating off of it, but it's like
I know.
going away.
And it's actually kind of retreating down the stairs.
And it's running away down the stairs.
Turn on the slime thrower. It just pretty much just like cover the Furby in positive slime. Just like
Okay.
Wah.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Can you hold on, this thing too while you've got it out?
Okay, you guys step out the door.
Hmm.
As you do, there was a white Furby with pink ears standing right in front of the door looking up at you guys. And the little mouth is...
Another one.
It starts screaming. Just howling and spinning around like it's been dipped in acid.
Well, if you weren't evil, this wouldn't hurt.
And that's when you hear a sound like thunder rolling.
Oh, that sounds great. Where's it coming from?
That better be actual thunder, because if it
To the right,
And then to the right is what?
bowling balls coming towards you.
I dodge, and I yell at you to dodge.
Athletics roll.
5.
5. You're fine. It's basically, if this were an 8-bit game, it would be Donkey Kong. You guys would be up, down, up, down, up, down. Like, there's about 4 or 5 bowling balls that come rolling and bouncing back and forth in the corner. 3. Ooh. You're doing really good there. You take a point. She slipped on the last one. You kind of, it wasn't so much it hit you in the ankle as you kind of half landed on it and went down like a ton of bricks. And then you hear the giggling and the laughter coming from that one room and also from downstairs.
How many bowling balls does a family need?
Okay, so the giggling's coming from 2 spots. Does that mean there's more than one ghost? Okay, well we got a full circuit of the downstairs, and I didn't see a door on this camera, so we're looking at
Let's go into this room. Figure that out.
peeking through the door.
Okay. Obviously, the daughter's room. Everything is pink. Barbie and
Oh.
dolls. A little castle. It's got a Corvette with a pony. And like a 4-poster bed. And there's like a Furby kind of sitting by the pillow.
Let me guess, pink?
Yeah.
Hmm? Yeah. Alright, so do you see a door in here anywhere?
Notice rolls. And let me know where you're searching.
2.
Okay.
I am just effectively doing a sweep of all of the 4 walls.
4 walls. You don't see a door on the 4 walls.
I am, however, going to check. There should be a closet. Shouldn't there?
Or you got a 4.
I got a 2. I am going to also be moving. If the 4-post thread happens to have curtainy type things, I am moving the
It
shit.
actually does.
I am shooting the Furby on the way and moving the curtainy things.
Okay. So you move the curtainy things. You see the Furby. I say, play.
Yeah.
And same thing. Black kind of goes out the door. You're kind of like 4 walls. Like, okay. Closet. Oh my god. How many dresses do you?
Is there a dollhouse?
Yup. Dead center. You kind of lean over the dollhouse and you're like, wait a minute. You open it up and there is a tiny little mahogany door down there with like gold
God damn it.
fingerprint and just like a little ornate. It doesn't look like it fits there because the whole thing is fucking plastic.
Yeah.
And this is like metal and wood and it seems to be really not in place.
It's kind of like zoom in with a camera so I can get like,
And you're like, one, the energy coming off this is incredibly powerful. It's as powerful as any of the other doors you've seen.
Yeah.
It's not melting yet. You're able, it's taking a while because it's so tiny, but you're able to slowly get a detailed scan of it, something you haven't been able to do.
this is good. It's very, very good.
And that's when the pink frilly bed sheets with the faux Dalmatian corners attack Mariah's character Paz. They kind of leap up. You know when kids put on a blanket on a ghost, woo, that's what it's doing. It kind of comes up, sees you, and does the
Okay, wait. So am I the kid in the blanket ghost scenario, or am I being attacked by the kids in the blanket ghost
You're
scenario?
being attacked by the kid in the blanket ghost scenario.
I am going to drop a trap and shoot it.
All right.
Establish dominance!
It's kind of floundering around and it's like whap 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 whap. You know, like it's like fighting like a 6-year-old, right?
And now the duel to the death.
It's kind of flapping at you and kind of like,
You're not helping, boss.
and it's kind of like trying to headbutt you, even though it's like a blanket.
You're doing great.
Yeah, it's floundering.
You're doing fine, Ace.
It's trying to
I
wrap
can't
it.
see shit.
That would be the sheet.
Roll for athletics.
4.
Or I actually want to see how. Wow. Okay. It gets the better of you. So as you're fighting it, it wraps around one leg and pulls you down, and does the effectively like an elbow drop on top of you.
Oh.
It's like, oh yeah, it's a sheet.
So you're like the trap is ready to go, and you're like kind of floundering, trying to hit the release for it. And the thing is, it's reaching up and it keeps hitting you in the head, but it's a blanket, so it doesn't really hurt, but it's really annoying.
Hit the release button on your hand.
And at this point, it's trying to like smother you. So give me an athletics roll, because you're effectively grappled at this point.
4.
Yeah, you got it. So you hit it, and something weird happens. The trap opens, the lights flare out, and you hear the sound of a child screaming at you. And that's when you realize that the bed, the blanket, the pillow, the outside of the Furby, the whole bed is getting sucked in. And as it does,
grab her.
okay, athletics for it, please.
3.
I'ma help.
Okay. You kind of grab onto her and brace your feet, and by the time the trap snaps shut, you're in a really normal-looking kid's room. Like, bookcases, yeah, but everything's kind of gender neutral. Like, daughter's room for sure, but picture of a sports car on the wall, and you see trophies for like different sporting events, but just and picture of the kid with the family, and it's like kid's kind of a little bit of a tomboy. The only thing that's out of place is that pink Barbie castle that does not belong there. So the ghost wasn't just the Furby or the bed; it was like encompassed the entire room.
Okay, I've got an idea.
Care to share?
It's experimental, but it should
Okay.
work. It should work.
Yeah.
Okay, so the outside of the house, if we build, for lack of a better description, a key of salt. Pretty much it's just a big lock. But it's effectively we want to put traps facing the house on every point.
Okay. Then what?
Activate them all at once.
So you want to trap the whole house?
Well, no.
Can the traps do that?
See, that's the experiment part. See, and like the trap would only, and the traps themselves would only be able to hold what they're capable of holding.
Out the window is Penelope on the. Sorry, Victor, I didn't mean to bother you. Do you have a moment?
Yeah, what's up?
We were doing what you said with the scam, and these little rabbit things started biting at Rico. and we weren't sure if we should shoot them or stomp on them. So Eric took one of them and is using that to beat the other ones to death. But we wanted to get your opinion on what we should do.
Rabbit things?
Do they look like? Do they have like big eyes and beaks?
Oh yes. How do
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
no, yeah, no, that's fine. It's a Furby. You can be as
For what?
It's a creepy toy.
Tell Fabrico that the slime thrower
Oh,
The
right.
pink one.
or a trap.
Oh, and Eric wanted me to ask if you want your 2:00 decaf, or should we push that back? To
No,
2:30?
push that back.
All right, thank you. You're looking good today, Victor.
Oh,
Nice
thank
to see you pass.
The pink slime thrower.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And how do things go with the barbecue?
We'll talk later.
Oh, great. Okay. I don't want to interrupt. The pink slide thrower! It's the big one! That's pink! There you go, honey! And then you hear the sound of children screaming
Is
out.
that that, or we do it in the basement? The basement might actually work because it'll draw everything in. I'm just trying. But we need to concentrate. All
Okay,
of the
but
traps.
hold on a second.
Because one had enough for one room, but
Not quite. Well, dollhouse is still there.
dollhouse is where the door is.
Shite. Okay.
Speaking of which, check my scan.
Oh yeah, this place is just fucking emanating power. And on top of that, you're getting really detailed readings off of everything.
Yeah, no, but I was getting like the detailed view of the door.
Yeah. You've got a full scan of that detailed view.
Nice.
The weird thing about it is it's got symbols on the front of it which are similar to Book's card, but there's distinct
Different ones.
differences. And your I'll give this to you because you already did the work. When you cross-reference it, it is definitely Morgana's store.
Kind of like kneel down, grab a Barbie doll, have the Barbie doll knock on the door.
Door handle does the little
I hold on to
twist.
something firmly attached to the broom.
Door opens, and this small diminutive, small, it's redundant, this little demon steps forward, and pointed chin, long curved ears, very, very nice, like power pantsuit, hoop earrings, hair's tied back, glasses on, holding a clipboard, comes out. And she's,
Volume.
are you Tucker Carlson?
No, he's not here.
Oh,
The reason.
did you open this door?
I knocked. You opened the door.
Oh, no, I meant, did you actually summon the door?
No.
Oh.
That would probably be him.
So you don't have any of the T493 completion forms for the finishing of the contract for deception, deceit, and accumulated power in the hearts and minds of many? I'm
No.
sorry, who are you again?
Victor Homburg.
Okay, just a moment, Victor.
Yeah, no worries.
Just a moment.
Take your time.
Hamburg.
I'm scanning. I'm taking. Shit, no, the drone's been stabbed. I am scanning the. Is anything else emanating power in this room?
In this room, no, it's mainly that door.
Okay.
But you're definitely getting power readings from downstairs.
Okay, and the other room we left, did we manage to clear that one out?
Yeah, you did.
Anything else on this floor?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
She's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Hamburg?
Homburg.
Hamburg. Oh, yes. You're not on my list.
I know. The point is, Tucker Carlson.
Mm.
He's made deals with multiple demons.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
We're
cool.
all looking for you.
Yeah. So am I.
Yes.
And
Are you a demon as well?
I am not.
Oh,
No.
that's pity.
I'm
You're such a good-looking young
Oh, thank
fellow.
you very much.
Really? Do.
Um,
Wait a minute. Are you the musician that Agroth was telling me about?
I may have played a little ditty.
Oh, this is a pleasure, I have to say. He is going on about you and no. Oh, really? And where's Janice? Is she here too?
Paz is right over there.
Oh, lovely. It's a pleasure to meet you both.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
Now, about this bit of business. Everywhere Tucker goes,
Yes.
you guys you chasing him down, and a door opens up.
Well, it doesn't work
We're-
like that.
Well, right.
The
but-
doors open on their own. We're drawn to the doors.
Exactly. And I understand that, and you're not being blamed for the causing because you're just trying to close a deal
Yes.
that was made. I get that.
Yes.
Paz and I, we're the ones that clean up after the ghosts, the paranormal activity that happens afterwards. We're the
No,
people
you poor
cleaning up.
souls. You must be so busy.
Yes,
I hope you're
really
taking time for self-care. I really do.
We're trying. He's
that's good.
currently using all of the accumulated power to try and run for a position of power.
Yes, he's
Is it-
also been using it to close doors like crazy. It's keeping us off our feet. I had to push all of next month's schedule to the month after that. It's just making
Would
it
it help if he had? Would it help to know, at the very least, as far as your planning goes, if he had bastardized some angelic magic?
Oh, we don't use that.
Sorry, I'm very sorry. I shouldn't use that word. But the other places magic.
Yes, it would really help.
Okay.
But I'm not at this location for Tucker. I'm here for Tyler.
Tyler.
Tyler Clarkson?
He happened to be a kid.
No. He's let's pull up the contract. No. Extended life near immortality. He specifically downgraded his contract to 600 years.
Only 600.
Only 600, but in exchange for making life like toys that would win him the hearts and fame of millions.
Ah. You're a few, 100 years too late?
Like I said, the
Like-
Tucker
like-
Wild Carson has pushed our schedules and made
Yeah.
a mess of
No,
things.
that's fine.
But yes,
Just-
he's
just
known
go
as the toy maker.
Just do a quick Google search. 1 second, let me check my thing. And just
Do
do
you
a
need-
quick.
Or you need to roll for this one.
I thought we already got this info.
This guy, no.
Yeah, because wasn't the owned that place, toy maker?
Yeah, but that was in like the early 1900s.
That's why I said they're just a few hundred years late.
I rolled neutral, so 3.
So 3. It's good enough for what you need. What you're not getting anything on this guy's name, but you typed in the legend of the toy maker. Long story short, the way the lore goes is there is a toy maker who basically lost his family to famine because of a wicked king, and he wanted to get retribution.
Right.
So what he did was he made these lifelike dolls, toys. But what he did was he would he kidnapped the children of the nobility and the aristocracy, and used the skeletal remains of the children and the toys he would make, and then sell them back to the family. And then the toys would wreak their revenge on them.
Hence the bones and furries.
Gross.
Gross. Okay then. Neat.
And if you check a little bit further, you would find that his name through the ages would translate into the guy who originally wrote the children's stories.
Ah. Okay. So I give her pretty much like a number of like his pseudonyms,
Okay.
and I was just like, okay, so he's changed his name a bunch of times.
And she's like, oh, that's interesting, because as you're giving the names, she discovers something horrific from the demon's perspective.
More deals?
He's made more deals under different names. So, well, Tucker Carlson made one deal with multiple demons. This guy did kind of something very different.
Yeah.
He made multiple deals with the same demon under aliases, false identities. So she, as you're telling her, she's kind of, that sounds familiar. She's like, wait a minute, and no, this can't be right. And you can actually see the corners of her ears, which are they're going from pink to red to crimson to white hot. Like she's getting pissed.
Okay. Madam.
Yes.
I understand this is very. Actually, I can't understand just how frustrating this could be for you. But I would like to point out that your mere presence causes merry havoc on our plane of existence, and you're getting very, very angry.
And she she looks at you, and the eyes just go up, and you're like, yeah.
Justifiably so. But again, we have to clean up.
Okay, roll for reform. I won't say like your life depended on it, but it does.
1. Because I don't have any fate points.
Right, can share.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Because I'm out.
Okay. She's willing to acquiesce. You guys you're taking one point of will damage, not because she's attacking you or being malicious, but because it's so unsettled.
There's an angry demon about a foot from my face. So.
Yeah.
Yep. That's fine.
She's listening to you.
Mm.
She's stepping back to the doorway. She's not leaving, but she's not interfering. And she's like, I will abide. Go about your business.
Thank you very much.
And when you guys close the door, you can just feel like the hate burning on it.
It's not here.
I mean, we haven't tried pink slamming a door yet, have we?
I don't want to make her even more angry. I'm super pissed. Wait.
Yeah.
Where am I? Pick up the house.
Okay, what are you doing with the house?
Leaving the house with it.
Okay, so you got
So
the
I cleared. So the top floor looks clear. Bottom floor definitely has stuff going on.
All right. Well, we're just gonna leave this outside, so it's not interfering with the house and giving more power to the stuff inside.
Okay. Eric, Frederick, keep an eye on the dollhouse and be careful with it.
Do not play with it.
They're all like, yep. Eric turns around, you've got it, Victor, and he's got both arms handed out, and like half a dozen Furbies like strung up like hedges of the day.
What was in the garden?
Oh, yeah, boss, you're not gonna like this.
Bodies?
Bones, a couple skulls, bunch of femurs, old-timey clothes, looks like for little kids or something. Some animal stuff.
Okay. Phone Donahan.
And he calls Donahan.
Go back into the house.
Donahan's on his way, by the way, with the forensics team.
Yeah. Okay. As far as that, just tape it off. Don't go in. Don't.
Like
No more touch. Like
Yeah.
you found the body. You no touchy.
Well, that's why I asked him to scan rather than dig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Six. Go back in the house.
All right.
Oh, that's gross.
Okay, so
And expected.
the house is incredibly cold right now. It's dropped about 15 degrees.
By the way, you may have gone outside. I stayed on the stairwell
Yeah, you did.
because
Okay, so
I'm keeping an eye. Basically, like the top floor's been cleared. I don't want to let anything back up.
top floor's been cleared. Really weird though. You're seeing a blue crayon appear at your feet, like "help me," and it's kind of leading back down the stairs. And it doesn't seem to have that kind of frantic menacing that the blue crayon did. And the letters are slowly appearing as you step forward.
Hey, Victor.
Yeah.
We got more than one ghost. And this one's either deceptive or actually wants help.
Well, considering the bodies that we found in the garden.
Yeah, but I'm also saying it could be a trap too.
Yeah. Well, that's what the slime's for.
And
Okay.
it's further down the stairs, so your basement idea.
Okay then. Oh wait, hang on.
Actually, can we get someone in here to just keep an eye on the PKA on the stairs and let us know if anything starts going back up?
Actually, yeah.
I yell out the door at the other guys.
Rodrigo,
Yeah.
give me your traps.
Okay. Hands me like 4 or 5 traps.
That's cool. Thanks. Penelope, could you just camp out in the doorway and just scan? You're attached to.
Yeah, you got it, boss.
And if anything, and if the PKA stuff, like readings on the stairs start going up, or readings upstairs or anything like that, let us know.
Okay. Downstairs.
Okay, so
To the basement.
you guys start making your way down several flights of stairs. Like
Following the help me's.
the help me is appearing on the wooden stairways, appearing on the wall with arrows pointing.
Sorry, did you say several flights of stairs?
Yeah, 2. It's a couple. It's not actually 7. 2 flights of stairs leading down.
two flights, like
Yeah.
two separate staircases.
Yeah, like one comes down this way, then it
Okay.
stops and goes down.
Got it.
Oh, okay, it's got a landing.
Yeah. And there's like a freezer. What appears you hear like the sound of like a furnace kind of bellowing from our room just adjacent to it, and there's a metal door. And there's a bunch of like scratches on the outside of it. It looks like claw marks or fingernails. It's hard to tell.
And just do a scan. So pretty much like the room and end at the door.
Yeah.
Oh, like I ever turned mine off.
Well, yeah, no, not revive, but I'm just like
You're
actively like.
You're
yeah.
getting freeze-dried blood that looks like it's really, really old. The hinges are very rusted and worn through. The psychokinetic energy you're getting is just off the chart. And the most disconcerting thing is that there's black ectoplasm leaking through the walls on either side of surrounding the door. So at first you thought it was oil or just moisture, and you actually check it out, and that's black ectoplasm, and it's just gooing down there.
Neat.
Pink stuff?
Yep.
So I remember you telling me something about this stuff, but I don't remember what you told me.
Don't touch it.
So when the pink stuff hits the black stuff, it starts hissing like acid. It's just like it's like the two are fighting, but the
I'm a copy.
yeah.
It is gonna smell.
Oh.
It's not gonna be like toxic or anything. It's just it's gonna smell.
So like you're hosing it down, and it's just like whenever you hit a black spot, it's just like sputtering like fire. It eventually goes out, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
You're having to go over like 5 or 6 times. It's just like that steam that won't come out, and eventually you've got the entrance way to the doorway hosed down.
Enough of it concentrates on it actually creates a problem.
Okay, both of you get a fate point.
Yay! I don't know why, but yay!
Not okay.
Okay. Gross, creepy, and like we need another one in here.
Right.
Okay. Are the help me's popping up anywhere else, or have they stopped?
Then they stopped at the entrance to that.
All right. So the help me seem to be leading to this furnace room.
All right. You want to open the door and have me cover the opening, or do you want to cover the opening and
I'll open the door, but I'm gonna do it without going through the door
Oh,
and
yeah.
without. I grabbed like a piece of metal or something to open the door with without actually having to touch it.
You open it up, and there's a rocking chair there. There is a guy sitting in the rocking chair. He's probably about, if he were standing, he'd probably be about maybe 8 feet tall, but he probably weighs maybe about 40 pounds, judging by his limbs and his organs. The limbs are razor thin, and the suit is just draped all over him. And the head, it's still got skin applied to it, and the jaws are elongated. And as you kind of, step through, the head just kind of twists. Like, I knew that means sleep. I was content to sleep. Why did you wake me?
Who are you?
To make the choice from the children.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can you call? Maybe can you call them to bring the dollhouse?
Put my soul in one of the dolls I was sleeping. They wouldn't find me. You woke. Open the door and
Yeah, neat. Hey, could somebody bring the dollhouse downstairs, please?
yeah, and you got your Roger will do that. You're a child. And he starts getting up with the rocking chair,
That's how it works.
and the shadows are kind of spreading.
I don't know. You were convinced I hatched, apparently.
To be fair, I mean, he's just abnormally good at everything.
And you,
Don't sound like
you're the one who doesn't like to go and play with her father. Such a wicked child. You have 2 mothers. Selfish. Most children only have one.
Yeah, well,
And
both my mom's awesome.
And the skeletal figures start reaching out for the
Yeah.
both of you.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, hose him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Athletics, shooting.
No touching.
Pick what you're doing. 'Cause
I will
the,
take athletics.
the fingers are doing the
Yeah,
last.
actually, so I got to if it's an athletics check, then it was far better than what I did. So 4.
That would
Four?
be 2. But I feel like it's gonna get worse.
There's the bonus from the.
Oh, what's the gun at?
2.
It's a 4.
Okay. So you got a 4?
Yeah.
And you got a
4.
4. Okay, so you fucking lean back, you hose this thing, it hits the one side of its face and the one arm, and it starts bubbling and hissing just like the black black ooze. It takes a swing at both of you. You both kind of duck in unison. If this was synchronized swimming, you guys would be getting the code. But as it swings back, it hits the opening to the furnace, and the gate opens up, and there's a wash of flame that comes up, and it kind of singes both you, your clothing, and the pack, so you're both taking a point of physical. And now there's an aspect in the room unbearably hot.
Oh, I guess the mental one's gone now.
Yeah. So it just kind of, it gets you guys, but it clang. Okay.
So what happens if you slime fire?
I mean, if there's enough of it, it's thick enough, it'll drown it, but it'll also fuck up the furnace.
Yeah.
It's like wicked shell.
Back?
Yes.
Louder.
Wicked children, you don't understand, in a really horrible, ghostly, demonic voice. With exclamation marks. No less than 5.
And a 1.
6 would be excessive. So it kind of pulls back, like where you viewed it, it's not moving. It's stuck in its.
I'm gonna aim for its legs.
Alright. With exclamation marks, it pulls itself up.
I'm aiming for its head.
It's trying to push itself towards you. Its mouth dislocates, the jaw comes wide, and you can see like dozens of little baby fingers crawling inside of its mouth, and the little baby arms are extending towards you, trying to grab you.
I was already aiming at its head.
5.
And
For
I'm guessing this.
sneeze.
I'm guessing this is a shoot roll, unfortunately. So 4 plus 2 from the gun makes it 6.
All right. You got 6. You got 5.
Yes.
It leaps at you, but it's just a little bit too slow. It's just as it's like withered, beaten feet and loafers like rotting off its feet. It's kind of doing that half leap, and you're like, oh fuck no, I've learned this. You don't aim for its feet. You aim for its knees, and that's what makes a difference. Had you aimed for its feet, it would have got you. But it's not just being stuck, it's weighing itself down because the limbs are so frail.
Mm-hmm.
It's having difficulty. You're shooting in the...
I was shooting for the head.
You're like, oh, thank God for that trick shooting camp my dad took me to. You're like, yeah, cha-chink, and just as the jaw dislocates about a foot, and you can see like about a dozen infant arms kind of pulling themselves out and grabbing at you, you just kind of lower it down, pull back, and just the nozzle flares out and it goes streaking into it. The weird thing is, you think it would be streaking in and exploding the inside. It's almost like this thing is trying to swallow it whole, but there's too much. It's like a kid trying to drink from a fire hose. And the light is like burning it from the inside, and you can hear the scream of about a dozen infants all at the same time. Can you make will rolls?
Yeah, that sounds like a will roll. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got a
Wow.
1.
-2.
Oh, okay.
All the times to roll a -3 when I don't have any fate.
I thought you already had a fate point.
I spent it on the shooting roll.
What did you get, man?
Hooray!
I got a 1.
You got a 1?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Ah!
And what did you get, Charlie?
at -2.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
No, that is the opposite of that man's presence.
Okay, so I'm gonna do some math
And
here.
I got no fate points left either.
Yeah. Jesus, take the wheel.
No!
So, Ryan, you're taking 2 will damage. Charlie, you're taking. You got -2.
Yes.
You're taking 4 will damage.
So is that enough to knock you out yet?
Nope.
No, that's good.
I still have consequences.
To be fair,
Where's that dollhouse?
just funny enough, as you say that, as that piercing scream happens, you hear at the outside of the furnace door, followed by Victor. It is Eric. I brought you your dollhouse and your decaf tea.
Bring it down.
So basically, there's a gunk gunk as he literally kicks the door wide open, which goes sailing. Make athletics rolls.
Now
I rolled yes.
5.
6.
Okay. So you guys both get out as this this 2.5-foot steel furnace door goes flying off as it hinges and bisects this guy in the throat and impales itself on the wall. The head is still hanging there with black ooze dripping out of it. It's not gone yet. It's still there, but the head has been separated from the body. And there's Eric putting the dollhouse down and offering you a cup of decaf.
Okay, put the dollhouse down and get the fuck out.
Yes, pass.
As fast as you can without destroying the place.
Hi, the Barbie. Knock, knock, knock. Looking for him?
I'll take care of it from here.
Okay.
So at this point, you both get a fate point.
God, I just really hope it doesn't destroy the house.
Destroy is an ugly word.
Oh dear.
So you guys, it's a scene with you, Federico, Cheese, Penelope, Bob, and Victor. I think I got everybody but the cat. Oh, fuck it. And the cat is there for some reason.
Mr. Pickle!
and you're just watching, it's like, it's just, I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be okay. And you hear this rattling and shaking as the ground starts to move. And literally, the house kind of explodes, but not like an explosion, but like temporarily all the nails, boards, furniture disassemble itself and vortex it inside of the doll's house. It's like that house had never been built there. The only thing is there's vacant foundation and this pink little plastic doll's house.
So all their stuff is also gone.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be mad.
And you see Morgana, she steps out. She's like, Roberto, Janice, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
She takes a step back, the little door slams shut, and the house starts melting down like wax and just explodes in like a cloud of littered dust. The house, the gardens, like it looks like a vacant lot. It's just
I assume
gone.
Eric,
Yeah.
just do me a favor and just do a scan of the foundation. Please tell me there's no more bodies. Please tell me there's no more bodies.
We found one, but no, that's a gnome. No bodies. The gnomes are the ones with the hats, right?
Yeah.
they also tend to not have bones.
Got it. Yeah.
Does it have bones?
No, it's just a gnome.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So, we won, right?
Technically, yes.
Woot! High five! Eric!
I hope they
This
had
is the
insurance.
greatest moment of my life. I've never been able to high five before. I might cry.
I'm not high fiving.
Clang. Penelope, high five. No. Bob, high. No. Mr. Pick. No.
Eric, call me a dick.
No. Clang, clang. High five. Self.
So I'll go over to Donahan.
And it's like he's just like looking at you. Is this another cheese thing?
Yep.
Unfortunately, from the sounds of it, they're all going to be
Uh,
cheese
the
things.
house used to belong to a guy who went kind of psycho and started murdering things.
Okay.
And by things, we mean children.
And I'll just like point to the garden.
Gotcha. All right, guys, boys, moving on. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I mean, like years ago, none of this was happening, right? Or was it happening and we just didn't know it was happening?
Yep.
I mean, just is it me or is it seems like this is hitting the news almost like every day now?
Yeah, that's
But like 2 weeks ago, it was maybe like once a week, and before that, it was just that one case a month you guys had at the art show. So
yep.
what's going on? Why is it getting?
Someone figured out a loophole, and all of the messes are popping up because of said loophole. Basically, this one would have happened anyways.
You know.
This was actually unrelated to the thing that keeps happening.
So is this gonna happen again? More houses go missing.
No, I'm hoping not. This should be a one-off. Yeah,
It's gonna be one hell of an explanation.
it should be easy enough to.
I mean, this is strange. I mean, this is the second time today a house has gone missing.
What do you mean
I'm sorry, what?
Well, remember the hotel we're at? You were at today?
Yeah,
It's not there anymore.
the entire hotel.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
What do you mean the hotel is gone?
I mean, it's gone. There's just literally a big burning cheese stand where it was.
Okay,
Why did he take up?
I don't know. This is gonna be an interesting phone call.
Did you want me to handle it?
No,
Regular people.
No, she's only talked to me.
Alright.
Quite frankly, I'm the person with the money.
Touche.
Who are you calling?
The mother.
The homeowner.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Mrs. Robertson.
Oh, Victor. Twice in one day. Tell me things got better.
Yeah.
God, I'm
Technically. Okay. So here's the thing. The property, not just the house, had history.
Okay.
It wasn't the good kind.
What do you mean?
Well, the police are here with the forensics team going through the garden
Oh my God.
to dig up the remains. The house is what is the scientific terminology I could use here? Gone.
Gone? What do you mean gone? Like it burnt down, or?
I think it. Okay, so technically,
Tornado.
it was broken down into its component pieces and then sucked through a vortex into a demon dimension. But
Okay, but our things are okay, right?
no, the entire house and everything in it went gone. It's gone. It is a vacant lot right now. Anyway, good news. A, your insurance is going to cover it because it's what's covered. B, I actually know some fantastic construction workers. They're absolutely top-notch guys that can rebuild a house.
No, I don't wanna build a house on the site of a mass grave. Oh my God, we can't go back there. That's sick.
Okay, so cool. So
Oh my God.
do you have another place to go? Or?
Oh, yeah, well, we'll stay with my mother's for a while. Oh my God, will they find the families for those 4 children?
Hopefully, yeah.
Do the police know about this?
They're right
I
here.
I literally just said that the police had a
Right.
forensics team.
I'm sorry. This is
it's-
overwhelming. I
yeah.
had no idea. We didn't know.
No
we
one did.
never would have bought the house.
No one
Do you
did.
think the realtor knew? Oh my God.
The only thing I talked to the realtor. The only thing that the realtor knew was that it had a high turnover rate.
Oh no. This is. Well, I just hope the nightmares with the children will stop. And
Yeah,
the
that's
strange
oh.
acts of.
If they're get rid of the Furbies.
You guys are getting they're like shooting in traffic.
Yeah, no, like if I'm telling the mother.
Oh,
if,
we don't allow Furbies. They're creepy and.
okay, good.
You might want to also go through all the toys.
Just do a double check. Go through all your toys just to make sure one of them didn't creep in. And if you do find one, just light it on fire.
Okay, I was also going to say though, it might be more than just Furbies. Furbies are probably the easiest. But this guy was a toy maker in general. You might want to go through all the toys with the
Go.
42 to one.
This is gonna be really weird, but go through all the all the toys,
Is there anything I'm looking for specifically?
bones.
Oh my gosh.
There'll be
so-
bones inside of it.
I don't understand. I mean, we don't even buy like mass-produced toys. We just bought them from that nice man down the road.
Yeah, that's the problem. That was the guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He seems so nice.
Yeah, they always do. So yeah, just go through the toys, and if there's any bones in it, just burn it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for everything. I'm sorry to put you through this. I had no idea.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
no,
You could tell she's in shock and she's.
Yes, it's just day job. Again, insurance will cover it, so you'll be able to once that comes through, you'll be able to find a non murder site to rebuild your home. And I'll put you in touch with the contractors. They'll rebuild you for.
Thank you so much.
For good price.
So concludes the telephone call.
That went better than
She
expected.
took that really well.
Okay, really well and shock are not actually the same thing.
She took it well, Paz. I'm taking the win.
All right. So overall, as you know, does that nice pan out as your team is, Federico takes a sip of his macchiato, you take a sip of your tea, you take a sip of your chai, they top up Penelope.
I think I need something stronger. Do you serve booze to Eric?
Jeeves,
Yes, so
where is it?
it's right here, so.
Andrew.
And
Thank you.
so camera pans out. The news is basically it does a thing. Mysterious disappearance of an entire hotel today. Pandemonium in suburbia as mystery house vanishes. Police on the scene. And the question is, Ghostbusters, culprits, scoundrels, or professional sleuths of unsolved crimes? And then it does a show, and it's this heavyset guy with a beard and receding hairline and Snyder cut TMNT, release the Snyder cut for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and he's like, "I'm telling you folks out there, there's something going on. Bear with me. Demon sightings, ghosts, all at the same time. The Ghostbusters are making their comeback." And Tucker Wildcat Carlson declares he's a president. He's running for office. It's all connected, I tell you, all of it. This is my theory, that Tucker Wildcat Carlson is the devil, and the Ghostbusters are onto him, and they're erasing his cults of power. This is what's going on, and he's like bringing interviews of like the guy who lives across the street. They seem like a nice family. I don't know what happened to their house. Evil! The Ghostbusters dealt with it. He's like, it's snooty. The snooty hotel went away. I mean, I guess the neighborhood's no longer gentrifying. Ghostbusters, stopping gentrification, And he's like doing the advocacy thing, but he's getting wrong. Maybe he introduces Sandra from the first thing. Well, she's got a neck bracelet and a body cast and a wheelchair. I mean, they did save my coffee shop, but look at me, protecting the middle class. That's right, Ghostbusters, America's true champions. And it does like this segue, like 80s VHS cutscene to, and on our next show, interviewing ghost botherers, ghost hunters, or just neighborhood botherers. Investigative minds need to know. And it does like this segue up this van with a picture of a ghost and this guy. He's like, I promise you that this episode will be one of the best. We've got shotguns with rocks up, and I mostly know how to use them. Get in the car, Bernard. And as they kind of drive down the road, and it does the cutscene. We do the final cutscene as the credits are rolled.
More cutscenes.
God, it's like Return of the King up in this bitch.
And it's just, there's the sound of like polite music being played in the background on my piano. There's little plates of cheese and wine. Agnes is there. Your mothers are both there. You're there. You're there. Agnes is there. Oh, darlings. It's the most sensual, beautiful work I've ever created.
That's too quiet.
Oh, it's the most.
Especially compared to the shrieking
Agnes,
a moment ago.
Agnes is it's like Agnes is there. And she's like, it's the most beautiful, sensual work. Victor, your mothers have so much to be proud of.
What is making me uncomfortable now?
It's his mom's in full naked embrace.
Not looking at it.
But
I trust you.
by comparison
That's
of the other pictures, this one dwarfs them all. This one is about 40 feet straight up.
How?
They actually had to have part of the gallery's like ceiling.
No, that's not the
to
part we're
show.
having.
And your mothers are there, and they're like, they've got the anime blush there. They're like, wow, we knew it was gonna be big, but this is really big. You think people will notice? Literally, you can see the painting from standing outside of the building across the street.
Thomas, I love you both, and I just want you to be happy. But there's a good to fair chance you can see that painting from space. I'm just saying.
George, what are you doing, honey? You already shot the fascist in his amp. Nothing, honey. I'm just watching an art exhibit. And that's when the credits roll.
in the kitchen. You better not be looking at no pornography. Beautiful.
It's in a gallery. It's not porn.
All right, that's game. Well done.
Thank you.
Stu, you've met 2 of the 7 demons after this guy, and things are getting worse.
Yes,
So I'm asking.
they are.
So as your GM, I would like to know before next game starts, what is the strategy for? What are you guys planning on doing? Like, is there anything? What is the plan for taking Tuckerwell? Or what I'm really trying to ask is, do you need a game to strategize and kind of collect yourselves, or are you okay with pursuing the trail?
We can't keep doing the trail thing because it's
It's
just
not
gonna,
working.
No,
It's getting worse.
It's just gonna consistently get worse. I think
I think we need isn't the strategy right now tip off the demons? But that's not gonna work if we don't have anything to tip them off with. But he's also somehow avoiding them when he's outside the house. So we know the house has the bastardized angelic magic. But how is he avoiding them when he's not in his house? Like, how is he always leaving before the thing appears?
Oh, secret time flashback. Remember when he drove away from your headquarters?
Really fast?
Yeah, but what was he in?
A car?
What kind of car?
limo.
Yeah. But it was a highly painted, highly decorated limo with this picture. And he's never been seen without the limo nearby. And you're talking about a guy who's got lots of expensive cars, who
Yeah,
can
and he
Uber.
always uses that.
I mean, there are cases where he could have taken a helicopter, and he took the limo.
Okay, so we drive the limo away and tip off the demons.
Tip the demons off to the limo.
If they can't get to the house-
I will get this one. If you guys both do investigating rolls, I will do this as a downtime action for free. Because you've got enough information and you got the scan of the little door.
If that's the case, 4, 8.
If you do in your downtimes, you kind of take a look at the it's like what's with the limo. You do a scan, and you realize something that he's got angelic writing, like on the painting with the. He's got this big montage of himself holding up the American flag. But you're like, that's a really interesting suit he's wearing in the picture, and that's when you're seeing like the triangles that are bisected. He's actually integrated the angelic arts, so effectively the car is warped.
Yeah, so the demons can't deal with the car, so we got
Yeah,
so
they can.
if no, they can't deal with the house because of the angelic shit. The car's got the angelic shit.
Yeah, car's a whole lot easier to deal with. You just hit it with another car.
You can do it. They can't do it.
They can't take a car that isn't warded and ran it into it.
I imagine getting close to it would not be comfortable.
There's an area of effect with them. They could get people to do it for them.
Because if this limo's in the parking lot, and he's safe wherever he is, that means he doesn't have to be in the car.
Think of it as
It's got an AOE.
Yeah, there's an AOE surrounding the card, so there's a sphere.
So we find the car, damage the paint.
Damage the paint, that could work too. Or we could, I don't know, get it towed.
Yeah, it's too bad you don't know somebody who's good at finding cars and making them disappear and get cut up into little pieces. Somebody who's, I don't know, a professional car thief who is entirely shop. I mean, his limo probably has a high security system, but I mean,
I'm thinking if we call Donahan and tell him that we can put an end to all this bullshit, so it can go back to relative normalcy, he'll let us use Mickey.
But will Mickey cooperate? Or will he just...
I think Mickey will do pretty much anything to get out of jail. Although he's probably just happy that it's not hell. But, like, eventually he will realize it is jail, and he doesn't like it. So...
Oh, you know what? If he disappears with the anti-hell car... That actually might be a real good incentive.
Yeah, no, we can give him the car. Just tell him that.
Well, we wouldn't give it to him. We would just let him take it.
Let him know what it does.
Yes.
The guy who's been to hell, give him a car
that protects him from hell.
That demons can't see or get to.
And there's next game, boys and girls, and everybody in between. All right, thank you very much. Be online soon.
No, in between, sideways, upside down.
Yeah.
Cheers. See you later.
Okay. So good game.
Yes, indeed.
You guys got.
Are we still streaming then?
No, you guys got 25K